All right, everybody. Another night starts in Eberron. And which window has what in it? There we go. All right, everybody. There we go. Sorry about the little late start, everybody, but here we go. And today we have almost a full house, even though... is there a card game that actually has 6 cards in your hand? I think most card games are just 5 cards, right, guys? I'm just now saying this as we have the DM, of course. Then we have Vitrabbit Incognito today. He is played. His image is played by a Greek statue bust of Augustus, I do believe. And then we have Ellie playing Vid, our changeling bard, played by Elegant Syntax. Then we have Lugnut playing Tor. That's actually his shoulder, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the chair. So he's playing a shifter that does not, hey, not on long, but thought I'd say hi while I'm still up. I'm saying it in a shouting way because Skeeter shouted that. I hope it was a cap locks or whatever, but hey, Skeeter. Doing good. And there's the Puma. He is playing a shifter that doesn't like to shift, a ranger. It's true, you don't like to shift. You're a shifter that doesn't like to shift. There's reasons for it.
I'm a warforged.
I'm not
a shifter.
Oops, sorry, cap lock on. Yeah, sure it was, Skeeter. You're just vying for the attention. I know. All good, man. All right, we had another person actually join me for Elder Scrolls Online yesterday from Malaysia. And he was talking for a bit there. Anne of Green Gables came up because not only in Japan and South Korea was it one of the main staples of book reading for English, apparently where he grew up too, it was as well. So it's kind of cool. He streams as well. 11 hours from us, Ellie. 12 hours from Eastern time is his time shift, you know. He was like waking up in the morning to go to work and watching, you know. It's like... But, so unfortunately you might not see him that much in streams. And then we have, where is Puma? Puma? There we go, there's Puma. Puma playing the Warforged Artificer named Sparks with a complex history. As he was a normal person at one point, but became one with his manservant when that manservant tried to protect him through the chaos. That was the morning. Well, not really like the morning, which is very chaotic for us non-morning people. But, you know, the morning lands is what I'm saying. And then we have, ladies and gentlemen, our fear and terror of the night. The shadows surround the dark-winged drake, played by Renset, our kobold warlock / rogue.
Quack, 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 quack.
No quacks. No quacks. So
that's what I hear every time I hear Darkwing Drake.
Oh yes. And best, you know what? We've already.
I'm trying to find something else.
Thank you, Puma. You've checked that the bot is working, and I'm waiting for the grenades right now. All right. He's gonna wait until I'm talking, and then he's gonna do it. I know it.
Oh, it sure would be nice if we had some grenades, don't you think?
Lugnut, we got to get you your sound effects. You know that. But come on, brain, pull it back together. Nope, totally blown out of my head. I don't even know what we were talking about. But oh yes, that's it. There, look at here.
Here's the guy there just in the nick of time. What does that make us? Big damn heroes, sir. Ain't we just?
There we go. So, yes, Rabbit, we were talking about the fact that Croc's background is actually a masked vigilante helping the lower streets of Sharnout. And with a Gloomstalker, a very stealthy shadow elf, and Sparks, you've got the ultimate vigilante team. Not to mention if Vid joins along as well, we've got the shapeshifter that gets the you know what I mean? Like it's the perfect so there's gonna be a vigilante episode to this Eberron. It's going to go that way. But I was thinking originally of what was the name of Blade's team? Was it Night Stalkers in the comics? It was Hannibal King, Blade, and then the other guy that was the weapons master. Hannibal, I think. No, was Hannibal the weapons master? And then one was a vampire, one was a half vampire, which is Blade, and then the other was a weapons guy. And I thought for a minute there with the shifter...
Night Stalkers, according to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, it is Night Stalkers? All right, there we go. But yes, I thought of that for a moment with with Sparks being the the gear guy. Because so as we continue, as everyone knows, not including Natia, not Tia. I like Natia, but the ends in there. Natina, like Cantina, Natina, Natina. I like that. We got it now. So you guys are getting ready for this evening. I picture yourselves. If I remember, you guys had all come back.
The third guy was Frank Drake.
Frank Drake. That was the mechanic guy.
Yeah.
And Hannibal King was the vampire.
Hannibal King and Blade. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do. All right. So. Yes. I'm trying to remember from last episode. Did everyone just... We kind of just finished. This was a good spot to finish. We had Sparks. Everyone was together in the same room because of rolling ones. Effectively, I think.
No, well, like, Sparks was in the main area.
Oh, Sparks was with...
Gun.
But Sparks...
And I was there because I needed...
working on a grappling gun.
And I was there because I needed into a magic backpack, and I was getting Sparks' help with that.
And it was Lugnut and Croc that went to the bar to talk to the informant.
And then promptly just
sat there
against the crystal.
Yeah, waiting because he had a non-detection.
We were just leaving the bar.
And you were just leaving the bar. So one could theorize you're all regrouped in the guild hall when suddenly there's this boop, and all right, Natina is now with you guys. So it's all up to you to help fill that person in. As she just pops into reality and shows up in the guild room with you guys. Also, apparently the orc, our loving orc character, the big, huge, brash monster hunter, he too has disappeared and has not yet popped back into reality yet.
I could have sworn I was just laying in my bed.
And by the way your character is dressed, everyone agrees with you. All your gear and equipment is currently in your room, down the hall, and up the side. You're in your nightie right now. There you go. Or if you draw us in the nude, this has just become a very awkward moment. Actually, with your ability, you probably, if you did dress in the nude, change that after you could wake up anywhere.
Probably.
So as we pause for his character to go grab her gear.
It'll be a minute because it's not just down the hall and up the stairs. It's in some tower.
That's true. I'll be back. So, with time passing, it is the evening hour, and Vid, you've spent all this time trying your best to make a really good elf. You've been looking at sketches of the dragon mark, trying to create that look, and you spent all this time, and then, boop, the elf with the dragon mark shows up.
And I immediately go, whew, this is going to be a lot easier.
Haven't you already figured out how to do this? I mean, we've been around each other a long
Yeah,
enough.
no, I probably could. Well, see, the thing is, I could shapeshift into Natina very well because I've spent a lot of time with her.
Oh, really? Ladies and gentlemen, the fanfic will be released secretly to those 18 and above. Thank you very much. All right, so...
I don't know about secret, but...
Ooh, a shapeshifter and her lover. Anyways, we'll just pull ourselves back
to
together.
follow.
Just what we need.
We're so appropriate. So how much more time until...
Skeeter can't wait. So my patron is going to be... Sparks?
Croc's over there poking Sparks. Is it done? Is it done?
And if you spent the money, Sparks, it is done.
Did we lose Sparks?
Did we lose Sparks? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I already spent the money on it.
Yeah, okay. So,
big.
I do believe it's a 60-foot. It's a 60-foot range currently on the gun. And that's the whole range increasement thing. It's like, or whatever.
So, how big is this thing?
It's a handheld. It's like a handheld crossbow.
So Croc
Basic
takes it and he's got it in like one hand, holding the barrel up with his other, going, it's a little big.
Because it's a perfect one hand for you, but for a small guy, this cobalt, what's your height?
2'6", I think.
2'6".
There's a two-handed grappling gun for you.
Yeah. Or you could stick it on a backpack, and then he's got the whole Boba Fett happening.
Boba Fett.
You still have to figure out how he's going to pull the trigger, though.
Toe claw.
Just a minor elaborate series of pulleys.
So these guys seem to be planning something, Natina. It's obvious. And
As
you
soon
did
as-
see, Natina, that Vid was looking like you for some reason.
Alright, so what do I know about this croc guy?
Oh, okay.
Probably nothing.
Actually, the Croc guy, you would know. When you didn't meet Croc first, you were aware of the Darkwing Drake, Vigilante, and that of the streets. But when a mild-mannered kobold with glasses and a little curly Q on the front started to work with you guys, and every time Darkwing Drake showed up, he disappeared. You started to suspect. No, basically, Croc is his
I
alias.
with a different name for him. The Darkwing Drake is a bit of a mouthful.
The Darkwing Drake.
Leads towards the weird stuff. Poor rabbit with his quack quacks.
Exactly.
Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, well, that's exactly where it
I
is.
remember the-
Well,
the
Drake.
cartoon.
Drake is a male duck.
Exactly.
And it's also a baby. It's also a type of dragon in D&D.
Right.
So there are so many, you know. There we go.
Thinking of changing it to the Shadow Raven or Raven Knight
Why ravens?
or the Night Raven.
The black dragon.
Well, it is his touched by the Raven.
Oh yes. Yeah. Shh.
So,
Yeah.
trying to work a piece of that in there.
Yep. Alrighty. So I'm still waiting for you to pull the cloud sword moment. That's my favorite part. That's gonna be my favorite part. Alrighty.
I'm the gruel that sticks in your throat.
So yes, they are planning something definite. You think over a day has passed. Like you went to bed and you missed a day as it's now nighttime again. Natina.
But I can never actually sleep. What is it about our curse that means that I don't actually get sleep?
Well, you did sleep. You feel well rested. So
Right,
wherever
but I
you
just
were,
sleep
you
for
felt like
24
you
hours.
slept. Exactly.
I just do like I do, you know, grab like 4 bottles of moonshine and guzzle them all down. You'll be out cold, not a problem.
How are you still alive?
I got a good digestive system.
Wait, what background? What color are your scales?
Black.
Oh, that
Black
makes
with a bit of
sense.
purple tinting.
That makes sense then, you know, poisons and... Oh, sorry, that's 3.5 speaking.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's acid.
As soon as Natina comes back, I rush over to her. Oh, thank God! This is gonna be so much easier. I'm still looking like
So for a brief moment, guys, you get to see a really sexy dark elf hugging another sexy dark elf.
and I
Click,
go,
click, 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 click.
I go, this is gonna be so much easier on me.
Mhm.
So, Natina, we need you because
I agree with you, Skeeter.
we gotta go talk to somebody, and he's looking for a dragon marked elf. And so, like, I was gonna be you, cause like you weren't here, and we didn't know when you'd be back, but you're here, so we don't need to do that. You can do it.
You know it's very dangerous to pretend to be me, right?
I'm aware of that, but like, this was the best plan we had.
And who wants to meet me?
Oh, right.
Not you. Just a dragon marked elf.
A shadow dragon marked elf.
Dragon. You know the one from the bar?
It's not alive anymore because
Yeah.
And then
at this point, as you guys are starting to talk about that, that's when Chief Investigator Garand walks in. Basically an officer of the Eberron Watch.
What do you mean he's not alive anymore?
As soon as he walks in, I unshift from him. like I was like halfway to shifting into him to
talk about him.
Story.
Yes.
And then I just as soon as I'm like, and I'm not gonna finish that.
So yes, what you would see, Rabbit, is suddenly you see the guy that just walked into the room. She was taking that appearance, and then zoop, and then he walks in, just kind of looking at the group, and he wants to basically know progress on what you guys have found out, and he knows you guys have been investigating all of today, and pauses, gives a nod to Natina. He doesn't seem to acknowledge, because apparently the only real reason he knew you guys were involved was this Jerry overzealous orc that wasn't too stealthy, that connected you to everyone else.
Was this the guy who gave us his card?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want over. Hand him a piece of paper. It's got a name on it.
The Darkwing Duck.
No, I want over. Give him a piece of paper with the name of the guard that is on the take.
Did he say how much you were going to get for that? Because, of course, a good DM always writes these things down.
I thought it was 50 gold.
Yeah.
50 or 100?
I thought it was like 10,000.
50 gold, yeah.
I do remember that the DM saying that the guy was going to be very generous with the reward for reporting guards on the take.
Yeah.
Guards on whose take?
It could be if it's a regular guard, it could be 50. If it's like a guard captain or something.
Yeah, that was it. No, it's something along those lines. That
whose take?
The mob.
Because if you're giving away our takes,
No.
You're paying guards off?
no.
Not yet.
Do I look like someone who needs to pay off a guard?
Actually, you want me to answer that honestly?
Sure.
Yes.
You're allowed to be wrong.
So, anyways, Chief Inspector Garant.
Yeah, this guy's on the take.
He takes a look at the note and he says, are you sure on this?
Yep.
At that point, he takes the information and he says he will look into it. And, well, he doesn't give you much.
Yeah, he was there when I found out.
And where did you find out?
When we were doing the looking for peoples.
At the bar.
What bar?
Well, if you know the guard, it's the bar he guards.
This really just goes and sits down.
I don't look at the names of places I go.
All right, well,
cutthroat. Because Allie made that nice picture for us.
That was a beautiful. Oh, you got.
No, this is down by the.
That's where you're meeting. That's where you're meeting the person.
This is a bar in the Cogs.
Yeah, bar in the Cogs. The Cogs.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably a lot of guards on the take down there, actually.
Well, this guy just came in to pick his money from this place up. This is what you would know, because that's what the conversation was about. So he will take that and he'll get back to you on the basically you've given the information, but apparently it's not paid up front. You're going to investigate and all that kind of stuff, and if your thing helped, oh my god, you just became a part of Crime Stoppers.
Really? You don't pay me when I give you the names?
Wait a minute, you're saying Darkwing Duck is helping the police?
No, Darkwing Duck is collecting a bounty on a wanted on a guard.
Well, this is fantasy Darkwing Duck, so
That's
the
right.
circumstances are a little bit different.
Yes, it is. Hence why I'm wanting to change the name.
All right. Anyways, he's basically keep him apprised of the situation, and again, really just talk to him as he's trying to keep this all internal.
I'm just reading my notes here.
Darkwing Duck is not just helping the police; he's helping IA.
Rather strange.
Right, so we're looking for. Have we had time between us to discuss, like, what I found in the notes in the backpack?
Actually, I will allow for that. We just boom right into the game today, but I can allow, but like, all of a sudden you pick up your inventory and everybody in the room just freezes. No, okay, so like any video game. Okay, hold on, inventory. Okay, done inventory. At this point, you see the cabbage out of the corner of your mouth, tons of pieces of cheese and bread, and you're fully healthy again. All right.
Dude, did we get a short rest?
You guys get a long rest, dude.
Oh, wow. All my spells are back. Good.
Yep. Got a long rest shoved in between there some way.
Through the magic of the Dragon's Fang.
That's it. Yeah.
Every midnight, it just rolls around and we're like, ooh.
We should have been asleep for 8 hours. Shh. You guys had like really good 6.5 hours.
We have the name of the actual knoll, though. I remember that.
So we have a couple of names. We have an orc chief named Gilgamesh, who is looking to get his hands on the crown of the kings, or the key. I can't remember which one. I've got
Crown.
those two.
It's a crown.
Crown. Okay, so the crown of kings. And we also have the name of the knoll, which I believe is Bonar.
Not bonar. Like gnawing on a bone and not a boner.
Could be.
Great. Now this gnome is going to be called, like Laserface is now going to be Boner, the knoll. Bone Nar. Gnaws on bone. Bone Nar.
So we have that one. We have the note there. So from the Queen of his pact, basically gonna bestow upon him great things if he takes the crown and brings it to her. But also he's on the payroll for the Orc Chief. Although most likely he's probably gonna do things for the Knoll Queen because that was the secret hidden one.
This is the best part.
This is the one that wasn't dead, right?
I'm listening to this from a removed position for what Rabbit's interpreting you guys are saying, so I'm just giggling because I know what the missing pieces are in your conversation, but poor Rabbit, what?
This is
just
from...
still just sitting there eating apples. He has no idea what's going on.
I remember I stole the backpack from the Knolls.
Oh no, we know. Poor Rabbit doesn't.
Well, no, but
Don't you have the letters?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The 2 letters.
Good apple.
And your gem of trucing.
Yes, I do have a gem of trucing now too, and a nice little monocle.
Yeah,
So
she holds up
wasn't
this
the-
skeletal crow's claw with a piece of metal, so it's like a monocle, but you're holding onto the ankle of the crow's claw, and the crow's claw has got a little piece of crystal in it.
Is that a crow's claw or a raven claw?
It would probably be a raven claw, because ravens are bigger.
I want that.
It's mine.
Okay. Wasn't
If you get
the
Raven's Claw, can I get a
lady
Griffin's-
part connected somehow to the emerald claw?
Yes. So,
Oh, by the way, hold on. Natina. Actually, no, Emerald Claw isn't a really thing for you from Droma. But... yeah, I was about to say. There's other stuff that you might know from Drome, because the Knoll Queen
if
and
Natina
that.
asks about the Emerald Claw, I will retell it. I already told it to the group, so out of character, I won't say it again unless I'm asked, but... So the Emerald Claw, the note stolen from the Knolls had the symbol of the Emerald of the Claw on it.
Okay, that's where it came from. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where it came from, and it was addressed to the Orc Chief Gilgamesh, saying they agreed to the terms. They'll get him the crown of kings in return for his loyalty to the Emerald Claw. The second note that we found hidden is from the Queen of the Pack of Knolls, and saying that she has bestowed Bonar to retrieve the crown with the location of the crown in Drome. We are also to investigate Angus the Dwarf.
Yeah, he's the guy who got the Knolls a lockbox at the bank. and
Kundrick.
That's what me and
Pulled some strings for them so they could skip the line and get in.
yeah, that's what me and Croc went and did. Talked
Right.
We were just going to go and have some words with Angus to find out.
Just some friendly persuasion.
Yes.
made
jog
a
his
goblin
memory.
cry. That's not friendly.
We're gonna make him
Goblins
cry.
cry all
We're
the
just gonna
time.
have you jog his memory a little bit.
No, you made him cry.
The goblin.
You intimidated him. And you went
Oh,
back to
yeah. Yeah. I'm okay with where he got solace.
Doesn't change the fact that you made him cry.
Alrighty. So, all that boiled together. The Cutthroat Tavern. A gnoll waiting to meet an elf of shadows of the shadow mark tattoo.
That neither house claims.
Yep, neither house.
A rogue? Shadow marked elf?
Who'da thunk?
Wow. Sure they exist? Yeah, they exist.
Nope. They're myths. We don't exist.
We don't exist.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So basically, you've got two things on the agenda. Are you going to be working with the tavern, or the dwarf this evening, or just leave the dwarf because all that dwarf really represents is how the lockbox is there.
Yeah, that's all that was. I think it's more important to find what these gnolls are doing.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I still have no idea what's going on.
We just need you to go and sweet talk a gnoll and find out what he's going to pass you.
Probably a key.
Bro, said lockbox.
Yeah.
As long as you're not supposed to be giving him something.
Well, we haven't been able to find anything of that nature. It's supposed to just be passing off a key so that we have access to a lockbox that we think has a crown in it.
Do we need a key?
To open a lockbox.
Because it's in a bank.
It's not in any bank.
It's
It
in the gnome
is.
bank.
No, not the gnome. The dwarfs.
The dwarf
The
bank.
dwarfs have the dragon mark of
Kenrith?
protection.
Is that Kenrith?
Kenneth.
Kenneth?
Getting my names all mixed up here. Let's get to. All right, give me a second. It is. I'm actually gonna go old school here. I got the book right in front of me. Kundrick, I do believe, is the word we're looking for. Oh, it's on the front few pages because it's at the top of Sharn. Top of the world. Woo! Kuranith. That's it. Kuranith. Financial districts. Kundarik is the mark. Kundarik Bank perched high atop the Kundarik Tower. Look at that, everybody. We got a picture for everyone. See? Ooh, old book stuff.
That's why we need a key.
I see.
That's effectively this little tower. I don't know how well people see that. I think I've got a picture of it in the actual thingy, which will probably still show up about the same size for our viewers at home anyways when I pull that picture up. But Kundarik is the dwarven, and their shadow mark specializes in wards and protection, hence why the main banking system in Eberron is controlled by that household.
So my only concern with this is that there would be some words that need to be said that I don't know what they are.
So you're actually thinking there could be an issue?
They're not. Could be an issue.
I
There
mean, our
will
backup
be.
plan is be very convincing to the gnoll.
Oh my. Alright.
Hey, I wasn't the one last session talking about seducing gnolls.
I am not seducing a gnoll.
No, they wanted me to do
No.
that.
It was an
Big was
option.
going to as you.
No, it's a shapeshift gnoll seducing a gnoll. And that's when we realized the gnolls are a matriarchal society and the male gnolls are subservient to their females.
And
So
and the
that
female would have
eliminated
to
the
be
need for
aggressive.
seduction.
The female would have to be aggressive, which would bring out the little angry one.
Yeah, that could be problematic.
Yeah, that would be problem. No, that is.
That would, is, and always will be problematic.
There's House Condarks. Whoa, nice. That's their. That's the dwarves' little logo there, by the way. Isn't that such a nice, pretty little logo, eh?
That's metal.
That's metal.
Also, I found the crown.
Found the crown. What? Metal.
What is that?
The thing in the middle? I don't know.
Looks like one of the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's what I thought too. Oh my god, there we go, guys. I even think I got the music right. Alright. But I was hoping there's a picture.
I really hope that's not supposed to be a gargoyle or something.
To me, it looks like a manticore missing its horns.
Ooh.
Could be based on the tail.
They normally have big goat horns, though.
The marks, Deneth.
Actually,
Coins, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there isn't another picture, but you guys kind of saw that. It's a giant perched vault. Now, I actually have the floor plans and blueprints for that. It's kind of complex. So we could either do a Mission Impossible and break into the vault.
Got the grapple gun.
Sorry. The Cobalt doing the Tom Cruise right there hanging.
I can only imagine how fast that's gonna reel in with his little weight.
If I do it right, I can slingshot myself.
No, you know how like the old cartoons, like the little hairpins or whatever, like he's gone, but there's little pieces of dust and little particles that were on his body. They're just falling to the ground where he was. That's a solid picture. Might have to make some tweaks on that.
Come on, Sparks is a professional when it comes to guns. Crap.
But were you counting on something this small and lightweight using it?
It works fine for you.
I probably weigh less than the axe you carry.
What is ground movement for?
Me? 30.
Everyone's 30, I think. Or for what?
I got a 30. I got a 30. We're fast little buggers for our size.
I was just wondering because I have a few tricks that Spark has.
And Skeeter, coming up for you here in a second. Your question shall be answered. Bum bum bum. Gnolls are hyena-based individuals, and this is kind of a picture of your average kind of gnoll. It's not the best one; it's a pretty good one, but basically, they are kind of. Because he was just asking what exactly a gnoll was. The gnoll have like a hyena base to them. They also have that cackle. Original lore, they were spawned from demon planes, the demonic planes from the abyss. In this one, they are more the magical animal creature like a minotaur or any other thing, as they are removed from their demonic heritage just because of the nature of Eberron. It's more of a beast man type of creature in this world. Yet, there's a lot of them that still worship because the demons...
Demon, though.
Pardon?
Didn't you say the queen is still a demon?
Hmm?
The queen...
Could be. She could be. She could
I'm
be.
referring to her as a demon.
She could be. But, so yeah, that's it for that. Yeah, you have your several orcs. Everyone knows what an orc looks like. And goblins, they vary. I kind of like, I'll be honest, for artwork for goblins, I do kind of like the Pathfinder illustration for goblins. Just saying, they got the big football-like heads with a big smile of teeth type of thing. Reminds me, if everyone's seen The Max, an old comic book character, and they had these little black things called Izzes, and all they were like a football head with giant teeth, and they were like little comic relief type characters in the background. Those minions that were not as cool as the yellow minions. We're going in tangents. Let's pull ourselves back in here, guys. There we go. So yes, the plan is you're going to meet a complete stranger, Noel, not really, and ask for the key because he's expected to give it to you. Because his last attempt failed, apparently.
Are we sure he was asking for a key?
No, he had the key that he was going to give to someone. That's what they could ascertain from the convenient prisoner in the same cell as him that got information out of him.
And we also know that the elf was traveling in a pair with a bard and a ranger.
There was.
That's a triplet. That's a trio.
The ranger had the shadow mark. The bard was the other person.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on a second. So, the ranger we picked up had the shadow mark.
Yes.
The ranger we killed had a shadow
You
mark.
killed the
killed him?
ranger.
Yeah, the ranger was killed. Both elves were dead.
Oh, okay.
The bartender
I
was
didn't
not.
kill him. I wasn't there.
The bartender's still alive.
And in questioning,
Wait,
Kurt.
wait.
That's Eagle
So
Eye?
we went to all the work to capture
Eagle
that
Eye
elf,
is the person that we were going to.
and you guys
talk
killed
to.
it while I was.
No, that was
away.
in the bar while you were there.
Yeah, Eagle Eye is captured and is
Eagle Eye was
currently
captured.
being
The
questioned.
elf with the bard was the shadow marked one. They were one of the ones we murdered in the bar.
Don't say that word.
Don't worry, he's just left. the lieutenant.
You never murder anyone.
I never.
Just excessive
no.
self-defense.
I actually never murdered anyone. I
The
chased after Eagle Eye
ranger-
down a wall.
Jumped out the thing and was on the bridge, and three of us came at her from different sides and captured her.
That was actual Eagle Eye, who
That's
was
Eagle
a
Eye.
swashbuckler, to be honest.
Okay.
That was Eagle Eye.
The
And
two
Eagle Eye's not the
elves
ranger.
in the bar that took offense to Vid being strangled and attacking. They took offense to somebody attacking a knoll and joined the side of the gnolls because apparently those elves were supposed to meet up with a knoll for something. And that was what was going on between those two tables there. They were about to do a meetup, and yeah.
And I kept getting in the way.
And you started getting choked, so I greeted his friend.
So the ones that survived the bar were Eagle Eye and a Knoll. The Knoll was
And
later.
Now this is all coming together. That's right. Natina, you're about to meet the knoll you shot in the back with an arrow.
Fabulous.
Well, at least you didn't see it.
Nope. That's the knoll you're going to meet. They had to release him from prison, but they found the key on him, and they got, thanks to a spy that they placed in the cell with them, information from the knoll that he was going to meet said people, and that knoll does not realize that the contact he probably was going to meet died in that bar. Which neither of the elven...
Because I knocked him unconscious instead of killing him.
Ding!
Hang on. You said they found the key on him when he was in prison.
Mhm.
But they give him
Did
back
they give
his
it back
wallet.
to him?
It's his.
Okay.
It's
It's
his
his
gear and
possessions.
yeah.
Most likely, a lot of the people in the prison were lawful.
Who'd have thunk that, huh?
According to the information I have
don't know, there's
downtown.
some people on the payroll.
Exactly.
Not all of them. Just
Yeah.
all of the ones
Hey,
being watched.
Well, no, they're lawful
Because
with...
lawful does not mean they're lawful good.
That's right. Big, a little extra cash on the side. Yeah, it's always help.
Either perspective, giving back the key makes sense. If they want to be bad, they want more bad than just a little knoll. They want to be good, they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Again, a nice quote from, again, Kingdom Come. It is illegal to purchase stolen goods. But if you're aware of a stolen good, I could look after it for you and give you a renting fee for said item.
Recovery fee for that lost item for
Exactly. Yep.
the person. Well, I store it for you.
Yep.
I love fences.
Alrighty. So, but you're absolutely right, Natina, that you're probably not going to go, hey, I'm here for the key. There probably is a whole bunch of backside stuff.
And the elf that was
I'm
supposed to
not
be
laying
is no
on my
longer
back for a no.
Sorry, I just stopped with the backside stuff. But there is a gap. That's a good gap. Gap, backside. Oh my god, stop this. The hentai will eventually be out. All right.
So the original elf that was to meet the knoll is no longer around.
Correct. The body is.
Do we know a
But
good
we
cleric?
don't.
The body is currently in the possession of the watch.
Do they have a decent cleric?
They could get access. Oh, this is a new line of. Oh, this is something new. But go on. I know what you know.
Find out what the introductive passcode is.
So now that the evening is drawing close and the moment of meeting may be happening, we now have a great line of Inquisition that we could go
We
down.
could just go old school, jump the bugger while he's heading to the bar and beat the snot out of him and find what we want.
Well, remember
I'm
probably.
pretty sure Door's up for that.
Hold on a second. I could just pick this guy's pocket.
Now, taking a fact.
Or-
Hold on, guys. I'm not saying any of these are bad ideas. I'm just going to point out the fact the quote quest giver was a cop. So of course he's going for the legit Sting way of doing this.
He just wants to know
I
what,
just
what
bumped
they're up to.
into him at the bar. If he gets like all up in my face about what I did before, I'll just knock him out.
Hold on. I may stress that if more death results of this inquiry, it would probably rub him the wrong way. But how you acquire the key and all
I
that
was
stuff.
gonna knock him out again.
If there's no body, there's nobody dead.
All right, but you can see, basically, he does want the intel. He was addressing it more like a sting, but all your quest objective is to get the key and find out what's going on. That's it. How
It's
you
that
want?
find out
So-
part.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
So the City Watch has come to a group of adventurers, a thief, a changeling.
Oh, we forgot to say that. The City Watch was here so you guys could pay off damages done and deaths occurred in a bar fight.
Us doing this is paying.
Clearing. You're clearing. You're yeah. That's
How did you know it was us?
Because there
To
was
win surviving witnesses.
there was a loud orc that
named
wasn't very
Gorax, who's connected to this guild.
I am going to shove an arrow so far up. there.
But don't worry, because the other thing is, a little birdie told him too.
I didn't say shit.
Either eye.
No, the Kenku.
The Kenku.
What?
Oh yeah, we left the Kenku there too.
Yep. And he could reiterate the
one that said,
voices.
Like, test your luck, burning ring of fire, test your luck, lucky number 9.
You wrote all that down. Yep. By the way, I want to get just
I'm
silent.
still waiting for Eagle Eye to
Right,
wake
thank
up
you.
so that I can ask her about it.
Eagle Eye has been woken up, but what's going on with her is another story altogether, actually. Because that's where Torridin is currently. Torridin and the Inspector are still on the ground because for some reason the Inspector doesn't fully trust for the well-being of Eagle Eye and all that. Because she's a staying guest, but he's, in the area.
But yeah, I'm waiting for my opportunity.
She's a
to interact with
guest that is sharing information.
Oh, alignments in Eberron. So much fun. Okay, so yes, the point is, guys, you need to get the key and find out what's going on. That was what was needed, but try and do it without any more bodies being created. Lugnut, is that going to be your position for the evening? Because right now, you look like a little Danny
if I-
DeVito.
I have to lean forward to type and everything. If I'm gonna stay lean back, I'll move my camera.
Okay, because right now, the headspace. You know me, right? There's a lot of headspace. Thank you. OCD better. You
Don't
balance
worry, I have
nicely.
your stream open with Zoom covering enough of the screen where I can only see my camera, so I can make sure I'm in square.
Cool. And not
I
a
just don't have I don't have a sniper shot behind me to line up on.
Exactly. And if you gain one, I'm sorry. All right, so tough neighborhood. Okay. So that's what you guys have to achieve. You have to achieve effectively grab the.
Again, if I just knock him out, it's not creating another body. He'll wake up later.
I mean, we could still go with, I could disguise myself as closely as I can to the elf that we saw before, and just pose as a distraction while Natina does
The watch does
liberate
have
the
body.
key from the pocket.
The watch does have the body if you need to examine.
If I did that there, I could make a very convincing version of that.
Like I said, none of you guys have done anything with the body. The body is an item that's in quote. We don't know exactly when the knoll is or how long. You do know that tavern, because of its location, last call is a suggestive time. You know what I mean? It's kind of turns into the after-hour party afterwards at that place, too. So that knoll could be there the entire night. He could be gone at 2 in the morning. Who knows? But that establishment officially closes its doors about 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. But unofficially, it still keeps on going. And some of the better deals probably happen after 2, 3 in the morning.
So
Well, if you guys want to go and check the body and do that kind of stuff, I'll go keep an eye on the tavern and see when the knoll shows up, and if he leaves, I'll follow him.
Oh, and by the way, Natina, would you have had a psionic link with the Croc as well?
Has he been around since the beginning, just not since the beginning in real life?
Yes.
Then yes, I probably would.
No problem. So once again, for the record, only Lugnut.
Yay!
And for the record as well, last game was another moment that if he was connected, it would have helped. There. Twice.
I like being the difficult one.
I'm gonna need to invest in some like stones of far speech or something.
Well, those little sending stones,
Yeah.
Or, just convince me that you're not going to kill me if I shift.
Well, that's
I
your
mean,
own
I
trauma.
change all the time, so.
What are you? Why would we kill you if you shifted?
That's what happened last time I shifted.
See, this is part of his character story.
You were killed?
No, my entire group turned on me when I came back shifted, and they died.
I thought you were in a group of
He
shifters.
murdered his other team.
I'm confused.
No, I was in another team. I went off because I'm a Gloomstalker. I went off to do.
So what you're telling me
and I came
is that
back
you were
shifted.
part of a group, but you didn't inform that you were a shifter. Decided to come back looking like a monster. No offense. And then you're surprised that you had to kill them.
I mean, looking back at it,
When you put it that way, it sounds pretty bad.
I mean, it might have just slipped my mind to let them know.
Sure.
And by the way, Natina, for the record, you're probably thinking, Tor's a shifter? Because since he's never shifted while he's been with the group, you know what I mean? And your thought was, if suddenly this huge raptor-looking creature came running at me, I'd kill it too.
If I wasn't hiding, probably yes.
Oh, that's true.
You see, I'm not good with people, so I might have forgotten to tell them.
But you've told us.
See, but that's like the big important thing to remember when you're not good with people. I have one thing that I must tell everyone if I'm going to be with them in a group.
You should have led with that one. This one thinks you might have wanted to lead with that one.
So look, why don't you just do a test bomb?
We transform in front of us.
No,
Let's see if we kill you.
just one person, link up with them, and then if you don't like it, you can cancel it.
Out of all these people, which person would you trust, Tor, the most?
So you didn't link with your other group either?
They didn't have the gems.
This was
Oh, okay.
This
That
is,
would have
during
helped.
the war.
this is during the war.
Oh, so
I haven't-
anything strange running at
Yes,
you, we're gonna kill.
this was during the Great War. Okay, so
I don't know if it works that way. I don't know if I can cancel it once it's done.
It's not permanent.
So we basically have a shifter with PTSD.
effectively, yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
So So Vid likes the idea of going and looking at the body and then pretending to be that person, acting as a distraction, while Natina relinquishes the key.
And then we all run.
Basically.
Okay.
I mean, well, see, the thing is, once we're all out of there, right? Like the Knoll's not really gonna have any, unless the Knoll sees us, not gonna have any really good way to find us, because as soon as I am no longer the elf, like
That's right, because you'll look different.
I'll look different.
Tor might remember Tor if he sees Tor.
That's what I was
Yeah,
saying. If I go
but-
to the bar and I just bump into him and he gets in my face about what I did in the other bar, I'll just knock him out again. I didn't kill him. I was being nice.
You're the only one that didn't kill someone.
I knocked him out and then I went running out the window.
Actually, I don't believe I killed anyone.
Or no, yeah, no.
No,
didn't
you
kill
just
anyone.
shot people in the back.
Yeah.
I did no such thing. You
I
have no
took a
proof.
giant.
You have no proof.
I took a giant hammer, bonked him on the head, and knocked him out. That's it.
And when he knocked him out, he noticed there was a bunch of arrows feathering his back. But where they came from, we don't know.
No one saw me actually shoot a bow.
But you know one thing about
We know
arrow
how it
fletching.
works, though.
Only if you make it
That's
distinctive.
false. Never actually seen me shoot my bow.
Says her standing there fully equipped with a bow on her back.
And
I
your
have,
fletching does not technically
No,
have
I
to
know.
match.
I have something to say. Do you think Sparks is going to kind of stick out with the group, though?
Yeah, Sparks was.
Warforges
Sparks-
aren't that uncommon anymore.
Sparks. Warforges aren't that uncommon, no, but Warforged with a giant boomstick on his back.
So why don't you put your gun in your bag of holding?
Okay. I can do that.
All right.
Might
Then
take
you
me a
won't
while to
stick
get
out
it
as
back out.
And Vit Rabbit, in that whole funny nod to the other off-stream game, that's the same bag of holding you found the head with the other character. It's got the same embroidery on it. So anyone it's one of those cross games. Wait, isn't that the same bag in the other story? Sorry. All right.
If I'm gonna do a test run with this, I'm gonna connect to Nadia,
Nadia?
not Tina.
No, yeah. I like Nadia. Nadia's good, but yeah, Natina.
That
That's who you're going to bond with?
if I'm doing a test run,
All right. You bond then?
I'm not going with Duck.
I'm not a
Quack, 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 quack.
And I'm not sure how I feel about which one are you now?
Oh.
Which one are you?
Right now, I'm just.
You're not going to go with Rolodex?
A Rolodex. That's your superhero name.
I'm not sure how helpful the big hunk of metal is going to be to connect to.
You know, I'm gonna
Featuring
switch
with
to
something.
Nadia.
What?
I'm gonna switch it to Nadia.
Nadia? Oh, Nadia? Nati.
He
Nadia. He's switching to
Oh, Nadia? Nadia? You got it. Now I have to change my interface. Ah.
Get on that.
Wait, what? You spelling it that way? Why don't you just take the?
phonetically?
spell.
Don't worry about it.
What? Why don't you? Oh, I'm the guy that spells phonetically because I'm really bad at spelling. Take out the I and just have
Alright.
Natya. Nadia.
Why? That's Nadia. You said Nadia.
Nadia. All right, true, yeah.
So I'm gonna connect with the.
Actually, I would have spelled it with a D, but Nadia. But we'll just leave it right. Nadia. There we go, Nadia. There we go, Nadia. That works perfectly. You can't see this,
Not even a
guys.
real name of the
Actually,
word.
wait. Everyone can see this in just a second. Where's my?
All right,
At the
will
top
hold
there,
my
guys.
hand out for Tor.
I'm just gonna gingerly just put the crystal up to your crystal.
They're touching crystals.
Oh, there's a glow. Then a window pops up. Boop. Do you accept this link?
No.
Yes. Cancel. Do you wish to join this group?
Don't forget the big Eula.
And then all of a sudden you're aware, hanging in the peripheral vision on the side now, there's a health bar and a name just floating. No, I'm kidding. Everyone else has got everyone else's on the side there. Sorry.
You just have one randomly floating around.
That's it. All right, but no, you've connected.
Wrong spot.
What's he doing? Oh, he's just rearranging the magical. We'd like to call it a user interspace. Ah, so he's mystically arranging it around him. Ah, so could be done in Eberron, sadly. All right. So you don't feel any different. You've done it. There's a glow. Nothing's different.
I'm just gonna sit there and stare at my hand for a minute.
Okay, it stopped glowing.
Madhya's lying in bed, smoking a cigarette.
Oh, that was good for me. What about you? Oh my god, wait, there's an actual reference to that. Hold on. 60s, 70s film.
So many films.
The blonde, she's in a spaceship, and the way they have sex in the future is they just hold hands or something like that. And she's,
I remember that movie. I don't remember what it was called, but I remember it.
And yeah, it was like in the Flash Gordon era and all that stuff. Yeah, Barbarella.
Okay. Sylvester Stallone, Sandra Bullock. They put their hands in. No, it's not even that. They put on the VR headsets.
Yeah. VR.
That's
headsets.
why Oculus Rift is so popular.
All right.
Get it now.
So, we have one idea for people heading back to check out the corpse at the police department. We have other people thinking about heading to the bar. So let's try and formulate an idea of what we're going to do now, guys. So,
Like I said, if they want to go check it
I'll
out,
go to-
buddy,
I
Yeah.
can
I can
the
go and
bar
do
get some
Overwatch
man
at the
on
bar.
moon.
we all know, Tor, we know that you really just want to knock this knoll out again. It's a goal.
I can stand on the ceiling
Yeah,
and stay out of the way.
not that good. You were having
Gotta get you a
conversations with the
backflip.
bouncer and random passengers by. Why is the change falling out of his pockets? That's a good question. Sorry. We were having all these reality checks with him actually being upside down. Doesn't the blood rush to your head? I mean, is it magically being kept from rushing to your head?
Yeah, I'm keen on going
Yep.
and investigating the body, because then I can become the person.
Then you can become the body. Wait.
Woo.
No, I don't want to do that.
Become another person? Do you do the mantra from the Master of Disguise? Become
No.
another person. Become another person.
So, Tor, do you want to go with her as an escort, or do you want to go with Croc down to the lower city? Because he will be able to scout and spy. Because that's, and you could do as well, but you gotta. And by the way, Sparks, you should be thinking where you want to go to by the time I get to you to question. And guess what, Rabbit?
I'll go with whichever one she is right now.
Right now, I'm just like a fairly plain generic human.
Vid.
So Vid.
So you're gonna go with
Very-
Vid. Alrighty.
You don't
Hey,
have
kitty.
your voice changer, so I can't tell which one you are.
Did the voice changer not really work out that well then? Were there
I
issues?
haven't finished setting it up yet.
Okay.
It takes time and
Yeah.
gotta set it up again.
Alrighty. So, and Sparks, where are you gonna be heading?
I don't know. Sparks kind of likes to just follow Vid around, so You know, the non-charismatic one following Eberron, the charismatic one.
Following the charismatic cult former right there.
Sparks is still pretending to be her bodyguard.
I like how she's always doing the charismatic stuff, so no one even knows that I'm charismatic.
Well, you are charismatic, but when are you not hiding?
You have a point.
The thing is, I'm a bard. I am out there.
You see, your charisma is you're like sneak, sneak, sneak. Hey, did you just kill that person? Then you go, and you get those giant eyes with the little eyelashes. Blink, blink. What person? I'm so lost. Oh, you little thing, are you okay? Sorry. It goes into that whole like bad Disney moment.
So what you're saying is he's a cat.
He's a cat. He's like.
We all knew it was gonna come down to this anyways. He's not.
He loves his cat characters, doesn't he?
Gotta act like a cat.
Meanwhile, you can't see it. He's off camera, and he's just sitting there. No, I'm not. He just saw a little fly going around. All right. So that then leaves Nadia and Croc. Are you guys both going to hit the bar then, or what?
I mean, I don't think all of us need to go to the morgue, so yeah. I'll go with quack, quack, quack.
That also works out because if the gnoll does show up, you can try. Like, my plan is just to be more of a distraction, but like you can still try to do your thing, regardless of how well our plan goes.
Alrighty, so I'm going to need, thrown into the tower, 2 stealth rolls for our 2 best stealth characters.
Advantage.
Exactly.
Things.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You got those magic items, so you have advantage on every stealth roll.
Alrighty. And
You want 2 stealth rolls?
No, just, well, one from him and one from you.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
So I spent all my gold on magic items that gave me advantage on stealth.
If it has good stealth to begin with, and then he spent his magic items so that he has advantage on every stealth roll he does.
Anywhere and everywhere. Also, not only do I have advantage on stealth rolls, but if people are trying to find me, they have disadvantage on their perception rolls.
And after all this, guys, you can take a look at the rolls there for these guys and notice how Rensat, who hadn't spent a single cent on any type of stealth thing, rolled a natural 20. You feel really sure, both of you guys feel really sure on your stealthy. Like, people that should have seen you didn't. You know that you are beyond the average perception for most people. You guys have done a good job.
We're looking at each other where the voices are coming from, can't see each other. What the hell's going on?
No, that's what you got the gems in your hand for.
You have to talk.
Dude, you know, you're going, dude, you did a good job. I can't see you. Same, bro. Oh, I saw you raise your hand to high five. Yeah. No, suddenly he's like, yes, and then there's a glow from his hand. Oh, god damn it. All right.
That's why I white gloves, man.
Well, I mean, even Croc
I'm
can't
wearing
get
gloves.
detected anyways from that, though.
Nope. Croc's got his non-detection. That's his magic item. Yeah, which was funny. Rabbit last game, Tor tried to rejoin with him, and he's tapping the crystal to rejoin with a person, but he couldn't join up with him.
Nice.
I sat there going like this until somebody else in the room said, just take it off. And then as soon as he did, my hand hit and I
Boop, he went. And still, it's a grenade scatter. So inside the tavern, he showed up standing on top of a table, right? So, alright. So you guys have snuck by the.
I wasn't on top of a table because that would have put me through the roof because I was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, you could have. No, you were in a safe spot. You could have. Yeah, you were
I
at
could've
behind.
ended up on a table.
Yeah, the bar was the actual. He was standing at the bar. That was the one big concern. So you guys are able to easily sneak. There's a lot of shadows. There's a lot of hidey spots for you. Oh, by the way, Nadia, just to let you know, you guys, the last adventure took place in the low section of the towers. You're actually in the base of the towers. This is where the shanty towns. It's above. The cogs are the underground where all the factories and industrial aspects of Sharn are kept.
Like in the piss poor tavern.
Pardon?
We're like in the piss poor tavern.
Yeah.
This is sawdust on the floor for a reason. No glass in the windows, just those curtains that hang that allow people to fly through the windows easy, you know?
Yeah. Got tired of replacing the glass.
And as I described it, this tavern is, first off, you know what a flying buttress is. Like on giant cathedrals or churches, they have those stone pieces that come out to help support the larger structure. Right? There's the giant flying buttresses and all that stuff for the giant towers that above you guys. And this particular bar is using shantytown box design, several boxes, like 6 boxes connected together to make the base level, and like 4 more boxes connected to create 1 more level. And then in some of the gaps, you got a box here and then a box here. So you've got all these kind of shanty boxes that make up this tavern. There's some netting and rope work put on there. There's like this crude picture of a circular face, a circle with 2 X's and a line with a tongue sticking out and then a bunch of blood splattered below it. That's the symbol for the cut. And it's brown because it looks like it was real blood that's dried on the underside of the sign. And if you take a look at our chat, Elegant Syntax did a beautiful little picture. I should try and show that up for chat, but you know, it's but it's just a cheaty. And that's the Cutthroat Taverns, and that's just kind of stuck up on a piece of wood. Boxing crates and all that kind of stuff. And there's people that are passed out. There's giant piles of puke. There's other little things. There's blood. There's a stench of rotting flesh from some sort of corpse that's maybe somewhere around, but you can't really place where the body is. The smell's there. Yep. And you don't get that much light down here, too. So anyone that loves their shadows, even during the day, because of all the towers and the buildings above you, this place is full of gloom and shadow.
And we're really trying not to kill somebody tonight.
Oh, seriously? We can kill all of the people and no one would ever know. I don't even know what quack, quack, quack is, but I'm pretty sure we could all get away with it.
This is his home turf. This is his home turf. He defends the people of this area. He's a folk hero, one would say. Dun, dun, dun!
Right, but what is quack, quack, quack?
Are you asking this? Or
Class-wise is what he's wondering. Yeah.
Oh, are you class-wise, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, he's a cart puller. Mild-mannered kobold cart puller at day. You have seen him manipulate shadows. You have seen him in his form manipulate and pull on shadows and create a weapon out of shadow as well. By the way, guys, for the record, Rabbit loves it. He is my rules lawyer in a pocket next to Lugnut. And of course, though, he loves to know stuff. And last time Ren sent me a character that he didn't fully express what he was. The poor Rabbit was like, well, what is he? What is he? I need to know. And it was so good to watch. So another reason we don't have his camera on right now, because now he's clicking through all the pages trying to figure out what.
Actually, I'm not clicking. I'm just going through the catalog in my brain.
Yes, that's probably what it is now, isn't it? So he's a warlock rogue.
Stu, just he's
You're in your
the mage armor is up.
The mage armor's up. Bum, 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 bum. All I picture is the shadows.
Nobody can see it.
Well, that's really good. Oh, we almost came to the conclusion that the mage armor could form up out of the shadows like Venom. And then I suddenly pictured a Venom Cobalt. Would that not look cool, guys? I'm sorry. A Venom-esque Cobalt.
Yep, mage armor's up, so.
Yep. That's your costume, by the way. That's your...
Oh, wait. I forgot. It's not really that important. But I gotta do it because I can.
I'm.
Add that on to my stealth.
Ren says still beat you. All right.
I mean, you got a natural
20. He did.
Hey, now you said we got a long rest, right?
Somehow, if you actually do the
Somehow
game
there's
mechanics
one.
between last
I was just
episode.
wondering because my arcane magazine created 40 more rounds of ammunition for me then.
Oh, you know, it's only if you need it. I didn't realize that. At this point, you see him open his closet and all this ammunition just starts pouring out. I didn't know you could stop asking for it to happen.
Well, it's better to have it than not need it.
Alrighty.
I find that 120 is a good place to be at.
I want to
It's a little
send a
shy.
message to Nadia. I'm just
What?
I'm sending a message in the head, like, you know, Noel might not recognize me if I shift.
Right, but we might all try and kill you, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, great. Great support.
I did it in a teasing voice. He must know I'm teasing.
Yes, you did it in a teasing mental voice for the very first time he's getting used to mental communication. Just a heads up on there. That would be the equivalent of doing something sarcastically to Sheldon. Enough
Okay,
said.
you got a sign.
That'll work. It'll be fine. Go ahead. That's a perfect plan, actually.
I'm just saying, in case I need to get away from
Right,
him.
but make
Vid,
Tell everyone
Vid,
that you're-
you may wish to tell Tor that he doesn't need to whisper what he's saying in his head. I could just picture you guys are walking along and you hear the one-ended conversation of Tor.
You're sitting here trying to whisper.
Dude, what's that Discord?
No, knowing me, I'm sitting here whispering into my hand. The center of the-
Ladies and gentlemen, it's just been put into chat. There is the sign for the Cutthroat Tavern right there. Though I think it's a bit too artistic for the place. I'm just going to put it out there. There's actually
I had
some.
short notice.
It's too artistic. It looks too fancy for the place.
I thought they just hung a severed head up.
It started to. The crows picked at it, and is this the bear skull? No. The bear skull's down the
Oh, it's a
street.
severed head. No, that's down the road
Go
too.
to. Is this the butt crack inn? Okay, so the idea of putting a
How
severed
the heck
throat
did
up
you
there.
get from cut head?
No, so instead of a severed head, we tried just a cut throat, but after a while, is this the butt crack inn? Alright, so. That being. So you guys have
I
snuck.
just know
Yeah.
that you do shift if you shift.
You said.
I just need to know that if you do shift, I know.
And
Otherwise-
nobody has said anything, so I'm still whispering into my hand.
Right, but
I'll
I don't
send
know
you a
that
me-
because I.
I'll send you a message to let you know when I shift. It only lasts for a minute.
He's talking into the gym. I just clicked to me. Why is he covering his mouth? Oh, he's talking into the gym.
You don't need to touch your ear.
Oh yeah, it's like the agent. Every spy movie. What was that again? No, you're just doing that for the audience. A spy doesn't need to press a button. It's
Oh no, they're not pushing a button. They're pushing it in harder so they can hear it
So
easier.
the bone conduction works better.
So,
yeah.
yes, I will let you know, but it only lasts a minute anyways.
At this point, you guys are standing at the front office to the watch in the area, the one that you wanted to go to, and you notice the two guards just looking at Tor. One's kind of got the arc eyebrow, the other one's like, ask your business at this hour.
We need to see the body.
Yeah, we're here to look at the body. What's his name asked us to investigate. I'm assuming I remember
There's
what's
only
his
one
name.
body, guys.
You know what? The look on the two guards is you guys have just made the water cooler news tomorrow. Yep.
That's fine.
Hey, these
I would
three.
like-
Yeah.
I would like to
Intelligence roll?
persuade them and tell them.
Intelligence roll to remember the guy's name?
Yeah, that would work too.
Just a regular intelligence roll.
Wouldn't that be
Yeah, I gotta click on the right button though.
No, this guy. Yeah, histories are larger. This is just a quick memory. Oh yeah, Chief Investigator Garrett.
I tell the guards.
Is it Garrett or Garrot?
Chief
Garrett.
Investigator Garrett has asked us to investigate.
Perot. He's
some
got a
stuff that
mustache.
happened in the
Oh, he has he?
da, 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 da.
Oh, don't get snarky. The guy talking to his hand will kill you.
Well, as long as he doesn't shift. My brother was killed by a shifter during the war.
Investigate some of the stuff fallout from what happened in the Hunter's Mark the other night.
Okay.
And we're here to look at the body.
No problem.
Persuasion? Would I
Yes,
roll
persuasion roll with advantage because you did present enough
If
information.
you were being serious. Comment or not.
No, that comment wouldn't have. That was just the joke, the
I
humor
know,
there.
but if they made that
Comment.
you would have.
So it would have been. I accidentally rolled 2 of them, but it would have just been the 20 plus 11.
Yeah, no, I got you. Because you can just click the advantage button on that one too. But yeah.
Yeah, I realized that after I rolled.
So at that point he's like, "Oh, yep, no problem." He says it is a bit late though, and he just kind of opens the door.
Like, are you worried we're gonna wake the dead person up?
This is Eberron, you know. That is very possible.
Trying to give him the impression that you're going to bring the body back.
I don't have the ability to do that.
A message has been sent to Vid. Oh no. Oh, to Nadia. Well, we have to let the studio audience can read, and of course my players can too if they're in my channel. But
I mean, do we really?
I have the video this big, I can't read it.
Hold on a second. All right.
Oh, heaven forbid I'm making you do something.
I have to readjust so I can type.
You need.
I'm sorry, I just suddenly
like I
pictured.
have.
I just pictured Rabbit lying in a chair. Every so often, a grape's being handed to him off camera. Oh, hold on, dear, I gotta type.
He needs the little platform that I made.
Oh yeah, he's got a arrow. So, that being said, you guys are escorted into the precinct. It's got a skeletal crew. Not really skeletal.
That's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal. But, a handful of guards are let in. You notice as one guard's escorting you, little magical lights are just lighting up before you enter the room and all that stuff, as a lot of the lighting and all that stuff for this area is shut down. There's a few people still at wooden desks that are slightly angled. One guy's lifting up the desk and he's grabbing some parchment from inside and he's setting it down, and they're just kind of doing some paperwork on these little old, scribe desks. And that's about the only other people that are in here right now. And then they escort you to what looks like a nice bony arc. And you just notice then on the top of it, there is the symbol for the flame, the silver flame, which is one of the main, monster, the pure flame kills undead and all that kind of stuff. It looks like some sort of protection against. Yeah, we've got a morgue full of dead bodies. Last time we went to necromancer going, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo, I'm breaking free of the prison tonight. That's a good story arc. I'll have to write that one down for that. So anyways, they've got a protective ward and it's consecrated so the dead that are in here cannot be raised. It also will interfere with other clerical abilities like speak with dead. But you didn't bring a cleric along.
Nope.
All right, so you kind of go in there and you see that we have to pull away from modern conveniences, but there seems to be a lot of drawers that have a magical chill on each one to preserve the bodies for study. Magical identification, and then picked up and claimed. But this body is not being claimed. Both houses being formed, there seems to be no next of kin, there's no paperwork, there's nothing with this body. This is a typical adventurer that will sadly just go somewhere where bodies are put.
Typical Chondo.
Yep. So the elf is in there, including the bard's body has been claimed.
Okay.
Bard's body has been claimed.
Is the body still there?
Nope.
Okay.
But the one with the shadow mark that nobody claimed is still there, naked on a slab.
I take out my gem of trucy.
Dun dun dun! She had a boob
And I
job.
begin-
There's a mystical
Wow.
aura on her boobs.
Was
She
it
had a,
good boob job?
it was a nice illusion. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Okay, pull out the gem. There is nothing hidden on her body, and it also helps bring the dragon mark that looks kind of pale because of the dead body. When you see it through that gem, you still see the little mystical traceries in that shadow mark, that even the body's dead, that arcane dragon mark still has some light fluctuations of magic in it still. But other than that, there's no special markings or anything hidden with the body.
So I take some time to just analyze.
Do you
and
have the
learn.
disguise skill?
Hmm?
Do you? I know you don't need the disguise skill, but I think you know. Do you know what I mean? Like, or actually, would you say this is an intelligence? What would you say?
So the change appearance
Yep.
skill that I have, when it talks about specifically other people,
Yeah.
Where does it say it? Again, my computer screen is a lot further away from me now, so it's a little bit harder to read.
And I don't know if it's VitRabbit, if it's you, or if it might be Renset. I think one of your microphones is giving a little bit of feedback when it's on. I'm not too sure.
I mean, I'm also receiving that feedback, so I don't think it's me.
Though it did stop when you talked. And it's just stopped altogether now. Was that you, Renset? Is that...
I don't know.
Anyways, it seems to be...
I can't seem to find the specific line that I'm looking for, but I do know that, like, I can... Oh, wait, I have to scroll. So even to the most astute observer, your ruse is usually indiscernible. If you rest suspicion or something is amiss, I can do a deception check.
Deception. Okay.
Yeah. So it would just be a deception check if somebody suspected
Okay.
that I...
No problem. So you've got you have enough time to look over the body. There's also a container that has her possessions in it as well.
The possessions that were on this elf.
Yeah. Maybe it's you, Vid. Maybe we're getting a little bit of feedback from you. I don't think so. Anyways, I
can
can't
mute
see.
my mic here 1 second.
Yeah. Did you mute it? Okay. Now that it's yeah, I think it might be you.
No, I still hear it.
No, I still hear it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
well.
hearing it too now.
Now it's gone. So, anyways, this, you know that,
Let's use your mind for some reason. I don't know.
yeah, it could be yours. I'm not too sure. We'll have to. Everyone will have to buy Renset a new headset. That's it. Now.
So yeah, I go to the garden. I go, I'm going to need, or well, actually, I look at the items.
Yeah, the guard, basically not the two guards that are at the front, they stayed at the front. The guard that was inside is the one that's been escorting you and is standing in the room watching you guys.
So can I look at the items?
At this point, he kind of just pauses and... Yeah, he's gonna let you look at the items, but keep your hands... Yeah, basically he just wants to, keep your sleeves pulled up and, the
Yeah,
items are
not a
locked.
problem. I roll up my sleeves. I look at them with my true seeing glass.
Not a problem. There is arrows, bow, knives. The knives are nice. They are kind of like mastercraft type of. They're very good quality knives. You notice both knives do possess what looks like a blood groove, but the way it's designed, it looks like it might be able to take a liquid in the hilt of the handle, like a poisoned groove on the daggers. And from that, investigate. You know what I mean? Investigate will be needed to get more than just a general. We have some nice daggers. There is some clothing in here. There's a satchel bag. Yes.
Can I look over the shoulder while she?
Yep, you can too, and you can do an investigate as well.
This
Is that all of the items? So like just a couple of daggers and
Some clothing and a bag. Like there's a satchel as well. And a little bit of a not a fanny pack, but basically a small half pack that would have been alongside of the bow, like it would have been strung over. You've got your bow and quiver, and then
Why'd you roll 2?
I have it in bars on the bottom, and I double clicked on it.
Well, the first one we'll take. So
it's a single click.
we're gonna go to the different levels of discovery. We'll start with Vid. Basically what I just told you. We take a look at the next one, which is a 16. You notice the bag itself has a lot of stitch work on it and some nice embroidery and all that on it. So the little long, whatever you want to call it, it's like a tube backpack, you know what I guess I'm talking about? It looks like a rucksack that you pull over your back. Like it's a kind of a backpack that you just sling over. But that's very fancy. Sorry, what?
A messenger bag?
Could be but it's more of like, it's almost like a tube backpack, but you've got a string at the one end and a string at the other, so you can string. If
like
you
a
picture,
poster case.
yeah, like a poster case or something. But it works well. That little backpack works well with a quiver of arrows and a bow, right? So they work together on her back. So that's the type of backpack she had, and it's well designed, lots of stitch work. Now, Puma. Your character kind of overlooks it. The reason for the nice stitch work is to hide the several secret compartments on this little pack of hers, which may be mystical in arrangement, meaning these little satchel pockets may hold more than they could normally carry.
Detect magic.
Detect magic. I do believe. Okay. The true seeing doesn't really detect. Does it detect magic? It just shows you what's really there. I don't think it actually does a detect magic.
I don't know. I will look.
Double check. But you're doing a detect magic? Yes. The backpack is magical, as well as one of the 2 daggers. As you focus and concentrate, you can spend more time to analyze more. It's a magical dagger. Basically, you can dip the dagger into a poison, and then that dagger now has that poison until you dip it into a different dagger. I mean, until it basically into a different poison. So it's
amazing.
It should be stated. The doses are there. Basically, instead of having to dose it each time, like if you had 20 doses, you dip the dagger in, and almost like an inkwell, it sucks it all up into the dagger, and until it's all gone. And when it's gone, right? So yeah. But instead of having to reapply it every time, it's like you just suck it up into the dagger, and it has its doses in there, which is very good for a ranger. For all those times you want to sneak up and just poison your prey in the deep forest, you know.
Yep.
We were told we can look but can't touch, right?
Yep. Well, no, you can touch, but you know, he's just watching. Like he is watching you guys. He just doesn't want you to use some sort of fancy hand maneuvers and woo, a few coins are missing and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, the coins.
Think of people does he think they are? Go.
I think the wrong people are there.
Yeah, the 2 people that would be doing all that are somewhere else right now.
Plotting other things.
Sparks mentally communicates with Vid and letting Vid know that these items are magical, and that it would be, might be nice if we could take them with us.
They aren't able to leave the spot.
She can
he's
convince
the guard already
the
said
guards that we need these items for our quest.
I look over to the guard and I go, what have you discerned about these items already?
Absolutely nothing. I'm the night shift. I watch the halls. I am not one of the people that work in this department.
And they don't have any, like, notes or anything?
They probably do. But that would be locked up in their offices. You did come at night.
Crime doesn't just stop at night because it's bedtime.
You've just gained a charisma point for this guy. Yes, crime doesn't stop at night. That's why I'm a night guard. And no one else wanted the position.
Well, I go to him. These items here are I feel like they're very important to our investigation.
Okay.
We are going to need to investigate them a lot further than just being able to look at them here. They're going to need to go under some...
I can't... Sorry, they cannot leave this room.
Are you absolutely sure?
Why did you change your demeanor and voice?
Because I'm being persuasive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Try again. Ready? I'm ready for you. Be persuasive now.
Oh, 1 second. There's lots of windows on my screen. And...
I hate when that happens. This damn universal interplace. Oh, we got the running side jokes. Oh, galore. I'm sorry. I just thought that. Yeah, hope he's not a shifter. My brother was killed in the war. Just...
It's not letting me roll persuasion, because I think it's gonna crash.
No! And that's an automatic gem disappearance. Why do you think... Whoa, she just disappeared. The poor guy. See how important they are?
So laggy. Okay, maybe I should close it and come back in. Be right back.
After these messages, she'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna whisper into my gem to Nadia. This ranger had some nice daggers. They look cool. And she
Isn't
had
that
this
fun?
tube thing.
Well...
Okay, the shift guard is, like, looking at Tor.
Well, while that's happening, I go... He's just taking some notes. This is how he does it. And I go to him, you know, you don't need to...
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
Is he still broadcasting?
Yes.
Have you been talking into your hand this whole time?
Maybe.
Now, of course, I just picture him still whispering
I'm
that.
still saying it out loud.
Maybe.
You don't need to talk.
Meanwhile, the guard is just standing there.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's
I
logging
am
back in.
Now remember that
By
Tor does not know what Sparks found because Sparks only communicated.
I just know that they look nice. The daggers look nice. There's this tube bag thing. And mind you, I have a higher than average intelligence.
I said I have There's a difference between the wisdom stat and the intelligence stat in this game.
I'm a ranger, so my wisdom is higher than my intelligence.
I don't know how to take that right now. All right.
I've never used this, so there is no knowledge to know.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's my persuasion roll.
Ooh, and here's his sense bullshit roll. Wah, wah, wah. Well, you have a very good point there. No, he doesn't if he disappeared. He fully believes you. He tells you to wait a second. There's somebody he can get a hold of that could probably clear this up right away, and the guard takes off.
That would be very, very much appreciated.
Can I swap one of the scimitars with a dagger?
Yes, you can swap a scimitar with a dagger. I'm sure they're not going to notice that.
Yeah, as I'm sitting here going like this, pulling a scimitar out.
I go, they've got this inventoried.
What if they did it wrong, though?
I'm gonna send a message to Sparks.
Yeah.
since he's the artificer.
Yeah.
He knows items.
Yep.
So Tor said that there's some fancy items there.
Yeah, there's a really cool. Sparks was thinking, really cool dagger. It's magical. It absorbs poisons, and then distributes them as you use it until it's out. And then there's also this really, it's a magical like backpack,
Mind you,
small backpack deal.
What I was telling Nadia was everything that's there, not just those items.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Apparently she had some used panties. Oh, it's a chick.
Sparks, being an artificer, is only telling
The important
Nadia
cool stuff.
about the important
Right, because
cool
I only need to know the important things, which is why I asked him and not Vid.
And then Sparks also tells Nadia, "I'm trying to convince Vid to see if she can let us take these, or talk the guards into letting us take these."
Knowles. Croc. Knowles approaching the tavern. And Natia, you'll probably, you're listening to what Sparks is saying, and then you've just noticed 3 Knowles are walking in.
I will give you half of my gold if I can get those items by the end of the night. Just saying. All right. That bye. I have things to take care of right now.
Bye, gotta go. Yeah, he was talking to his hand. What an idiot. I'll just close my phone right now. Close my hand right now. Click. All right, so. Got a call. What? All right, so.
Well, it'd be rude if I just disengaged without saying anything.
Yeah, bye. You hang up. No, you hang up. Oh, come on, you hang up. Oh, boy.
All right, so the guy, is he by himself?
There's 3 Knowles. There is now perception. You can do a perception check.
Perception.
Both you guys can do perceptions, actually. Okay, you're able to conclude that the one Knoll in the middle, supported by the 2 other Knolls, was the guy that you injured. He does have a little bit of a weak stance to himself, and he actually does have his arm somewhat resting on his buddy, who's helping him walk a little bit as the 3 of them are heading to the tavern. With your roll...
With a giant hammer to somebody's head.
Yeah, Croc, you notice that said Knoll seems to have some festering boils. Uh-oh, connection lost from Elegant Syntax. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, Fantasy Ground just crashed.
Oh.
Coming back.
But he's got some boils on his skin in certain spots that are blistered. That doesn't look like something from a head injury.
I'm gonna send a message to Quack Quack Quack.
You didn't dose your arrows or something, did you?
That's not normally something I do.
Oh, by the way, with your 11, you just see the Knoll that looks like he's hurt. With the 18 plus, which is what...
Why do you ask?
Yeah.
He should have boils on him, like pustulent boils. He has necrotic damage evidence. Something I'd be familiar with. But that's beside the point.
I don't really want to touch him now.
Oh my god! I don't want
That's why I wear gloves.
I do want gloves. I still don't want to touch him right now.
Take the gloves, take the gloves, take the gloves.
Hands, like...
You do notice the Knoll does kind of perk himself up and kind of make himself look more intimidating, because in his line, if he looks weak amongst his other comrades, so he's kind of trying to make himself look stronger.
Periodically, he's trying to...
Well, when he gets closer to the tavern, it looks like these 2 other Knolls...
See, we were...
Would like to make...
So are we going to jump him or not?
Hold on a second, I want to try something.
Alright. Uh-oh.
I have to check.
It's okay. We can take him.
Yes, we can. But
Yes,
I want to get them... Yes. Okay, so I heard the voice of his friend the other day, right? The one that died?
Yes, the knoll. You mean?
The one,
Alright.
the one that died was the one that was asking about.
Yeah. Why did you ask about? So there's still a question
Right.
about why they freaked out when Eagle Eye was mentioned too. That's another question
So
too.
I'm going from an alleyway,
I don't know any of this.
have his friend's voice say, "Come here."
Are you a mimic?
No, I'm not. I have minor illusion.
Oh, okay.
It's a cantrip.
Somatic, yeah.
So he's got a wisdom save on that. If he believes his friend is dead, that would give him reason to doubt an illusion.
Okay, so
To be
he
fair,
needs
I
to
knocked him out
do
before his
an
friend died.
investigation.
Oh, well, he
check.
knows. Well, where's my friend? Well, he's dead. The police would have
But
told him.
did he see the body?
No, he didn't. That's a
There
good
ain't
point.
Nobody, there ain't
No,
nobody
he's
dead.
But if you need him to pass a check, it's investigation against.
What's your...
I'm working that math
Yeah.
out right now.
The spell? Or
his 16? Alrighty. So you're going to do the alley. Okay, so you're going into the alley, and what are you going to have the illusionary voice say?
It's going to call out and tell him, "Come help. Hey, come help."
I need help.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought you said, come out, I need a helm.
I
What?
need help.
Okay, I
No,
need help.
come. I need help. And I'm going to have it sound like he's dying.
Oh, that's very good because you have that sound in your memory. Yeah, you've got that gurgling blood cry there.
Put the gurgle at the end of it.
All I'm going to have you do right now is to help, just with this illusion, you were only experienced for a bit. I want you to do a wisdom saving throw just to see if you can recall enough to get that illusion correct. In my sense, you're crafting this with a brief, fleeting moment. No advantage on that. If you follow what I'm saying. Because you could create a sound with minor illusion, right?
Right, but my spellcasting is charisma. So wouldn't it...
Oh, no, wisdom is more your memory remembering what it sounded like.
Alright.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's not the spell itself. You're trying to weave from your own thoughts, your own memory. Which, most memory stuff is wisdom-based. And I'm doing a saving throw, so if you have any bonuses... Oh, you're good. You're good. So you do have a good enough, besides, "Where's Eagle Eye?" And... You've got more to go on. Alright? So, with that being said, you can do a close enough. It's an alley area. So, basically, they're about to head to the tavern. There is a bugbear bouncer, for the record. Big, huge, tall, Chewbacca-looking bugbear bouncer that's arms are crossed.
Does he have a giant maul?
He does have a giant maul, yes. Alright.
So, did you communicate you're going to be doing this illusion?
Yeah.
Okay. Same alley.
I said, hold
Further
on,
in
give
the-
me a second.
Oh, no,
wait,
that's his
sorry.
communication. Hold on, give me a second. That was his communication, apparently.
I'm going to do a thing.
You're going to do a thing. What are you doing? I need to know so I can back you up.
Remember we discussed the alleyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing?
Go to the alleyway. Just go to the alleyway.
Okay. Alright.
Gosh.
Do
My
another
stuff
stealth
actually-
roll as you get yourself in position in the alleyway now.
Me?
Yep.
On the rooftop above it.
So you're not okay. You're not getting into. Okay, if you're staying on the
No,
rooftop, no
I never
reroll.
get into the alley. I drop into the alley.
Oh, of course you do. What was I thinking? Dun, 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 dun. All right, sorry. What was I thinking? Whew.
Right. And then, of course, probably
Oh,
Pratt
that's
following
the
me
other
along
thing.
with me.
Nadia, you would know that Croc is a very rare type of kobold, and he was ostracized for it. He's an
He
Erd.
has wings.
He is an Erd. So, and you remember the cool TV series Gargoyles? You know how they could fold their...
Yes.
That's how he does his cape. He's got a cape that...
I wear a cloak too.
Why? Sorry.
To cover the wings. I got beat up all the time when I had them.
Oh, yeah. That was the kobold thing, yeah.
Yeah. So I cover them up with the cloak.
So, yeah, he's all out that.
It drops in behind the wings when they go out.
Nicely down the middle. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I keep wanting to drink
Of course-
coffee grinds.
Of course, his new grappling gun probably weighs more
Whoa!
than he does.
Did you see the letter G? Oh, there's a letter in my coffee grinds, guys. What does that mean? Nothing, because it's tea leaves. All right, so... Good job, everyone. Good job. All right.
See, the next little thing on the grapple guns are going to have you put some universal
Solvent.
glue on the end of it. Ultimate glue and some universal solvent, so I can like grab people with the grapple gun and yank them to me.
Or, sorry, with your body weight. It's like...
Or glue ships to buildings.
He shoots the guy to drag him towards him. He hits the button.
Pulls me to-
Sorry.
Okay, so I go back for a third rebuild. I need an anchor point for the gun. It's a work in progress.
All right.
Hey, the
I
So,
don't know if I can make a gun that small.
grapple worked great. I just can't hold on to it.
all right. You see the guy look at the thing stuck to him, grabs the rope, gives it a yoink. You're like,
Whee!
okay.
But it's one of those situations where it sticks to him, and then you hit the retract and
Yeah.
let go of it. And it just flies.
Oh! It does a die 6 blunt damage.
Instead of a
Definite
throwing
work in
threat
progress.
projectile.
I was picturing he shoots the grappling gun, it sticks to the guy, he attaches it to his back, hits the recoil, daggers out, zing, it draws him to the guy.
We get a charge attack.
Charge attack. Oh, damn. All these feats are now being developed right here. Am I supposed to be scared of this? No, you should be scared of what's coming at you. What? You have advantage because you're attached to him.
Sneak attack, point blank strike.
A barn in Wisconsin? What? What? Oh, an old barn. Okay. That's a barn in Wisconsin? That's not unheard of, sorry. Okay, I was just distracted by chat. So let's snap back to this. You go to the alley. I need another stealth check for you as you're on the ground, or are you on the rooftop still as well as you cast? Because you can cast the illusion from the rooftop.
Yeah, I'm still on the rooftop.
And by the way, the rooftops here are really crappy. They're like shitty wood, but you know how they got they could be like 2 or 3 layers of like boards that are stretched across rooftops that other people have made. You know, it's a whole shanty town. There's like what they call the highway, the rooftop highway that goes all over these buildings. If you played, not Vermintide, the other one that I was playing for a bit, the Warhammer fantasy game where you had the 2 teams.
Mordheim?
Pardon?
Mordheim game?
The Mordheim. Remember there's a couple of those maps that had the wooden tops and all that? That's kind of what you're in right now for that kind of shanty type of thing. So you're crossing all over these beams and all that kind of stuff to get to where you are. So you don't have to redo your stealth because that's if you went down to the alley level, then you'd have to redo a new hiding area. Guys, see, I need to get my coffee. Break's coming soon, guys. Break's coming soon. So, do you do the illusion?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Do I hear this illusion?
Yes.
The illusionary sound?
Yep. You just hear. Well, no, you just hear help, some sort of a gruff voice asking for help. No, it could be a mimicry. You know, there's nobody in that alley, and you know something.
Since I'm not sure exactly what species or anything he's doing this with.
Yeah.
Back into the shadowed area of the alley, I'm going to do a minor illusion of a body shape covered in a cloak with a pool of blood.
Alrighty, so that's the minor illusion. So you got some sort of body. I think. Hold on.
Area.
His Highness wanted back in.
Finally showed up, did he?
Yes, Your Highness. Your kibble is found in the hall. Thank you. All right. Will you get a camera shot of me?
Drop any mice in here with us.
Oh, I didn't check. I didn't think he was carrying a mouse with him. Kitty pictures.
He has to meow to get in.
That's true. It was just a paw scrape this time. Nothing in the mouth. Nothing in the... Like, literally, he'll bring a mouse in, drop it on the ground, let it run around the house so he can continue chasing it. It's like a new toy. Okay. So far it seems at this point you just notice that even though the guy looks a little worse for wear, he pulls himself up a bit straighter and starts moving towards that sound. His buddy's like, one of his buddies, what, and the other knoll is like going. The knoll that was supporting him is going with him, but he's no longer supporting him. This guy is moving on his own thing. So the group is scattered. You've basically got the main knoll leading, and within 5 feet is the other knoll, and then a good 20 feet before the other knoll starts his movement. So they effectively, I don't have a map for this, but basically you got a narrow alley, main target, 5 feet next to him is the other one, and then about 20 feet before you get the other knoll. They do have bows, and knolls are known to be good archers. But that is what you see's gone down into the alley.
Problem is, can they shoot what they can't see? All right, can you put them on the combat track for me?
Mana, mana. That popped into my head the other day, and I don't know why.
And do I have an NPC? Where's my NPC notes? New NPCs.
So we just need him alive, right?
That's the plan.
You don't need him alive. You just need the key.
Well,
Actually, need
but
him
we
alive
want
for
him
about
not
30
dead.
seconds.
Not dead is the preferred state.
Not
So that
dead
we
is the
have-
preferred state. So,
So that we don't have the authorities coming after us again.
I'm not on there either.
oh yeah, you're not on there. Oh, are you even on our party sketch? Are you in our party tracker? You are in our party tracker though. But I just gotta add you.
Right now, I
Is
don't
he a
even see
pack leader
Big,
today? Just out of
fantasy
curiosity?
grounds.
Sorry, what?
Is he a pack leader today? Out of curiosity?
That's Bonar.
Dead one.
Yep, that is Bonar. And I am trying to add. There we go. You're now into it. You should be in there too. No, you put your yep, AC on there. Okay. So, so at this point we're at 10 o'clock. It sounds like you guys are about to engage in combat with these guys, or are you gonna not engage in combat? What's the story going on here, guys?
Oh, we're about to engage in combat.
Let's do a 10-minute pause then for a break, and we'll go right into combat. Or I'll be a real prick, and we'll come back and we'll deal with Vid and that in the store, and then we'll come back for combat. But we're going to take a 10-minute break here, guys. It's on the hour for me, so 10 after the hour, wherever you are in the world, is when we'll be back. I'm just going to put that in chat, 10 after the hour. And I have to talk when I'm typing, of course. It's like talking into the gem. All right. And then I get banned because I used all caps. Oh.
What was that?
Ba-ding, 10 baths. So everyone, let us take a break, and we will see you guys soon. All right, everybody, we are now slowly coming back from our break. I was going to try and load up Photoshop and actually quickly change the template to change the new name. But apparently I got too many things running right now, so Photoshop was taking such a long time, and I didn't want to really crash my system. Alrighty. Bump it up. The DM is here. Who else is back from their break? Everybody is back from their break. And I'm assuming Rabbit is.
Lies.
Lies, I tell you.
Lies.
Ah, lies. As I bring back an empty image for, Alrighty, guys. Oops. There we go. Everyone is back. And remember, you guys had most of your mics muted. So, as we are back, we cut back to Ellie and her team. Vid. Aw, pumpkin moment. Pumpkin moment. So, the guard does come back, and he tells you that he kind of woke up the person, but apparently if you can get Professor Torridon here, he can have the right to sign out the stuff, and he would then take responsibility for the gear, and then you'd be allowed to take it.
So are we the only ones in the guild that have, like, Torridon doesn't have?
No, his wife did.
Thing.
And yeah, she's never come back. Effectively, you've got Gorax, and you've also got Sheila Bobby's character, but
yeah,
currently...
That's basically what I'm asking. Is there anybody else that I know that most likely is at the college or at the guild that I could communicate psychically with? Like, is Sheila's character there, or...
Well, we'll say for the intensive points that Sheila's character might have been popped out as well for the last couple of days, so... We'll say that currently, no, there isn't anybody at the guild right now.
Okay. How mad would Torridon be if I impersonated him?
Well, that is going to be something you will have to find out now, isn't it?
I guess it will be.
Oh, I have to go to the washroom. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Torridon. Damn that pokeroo. I missed him again. All right. That was totally a Canadian reference. I don't think you guys had pokeroo and what's that? What was that show?
I don't know.
Wow. I probably have just dated myself there, too. Yep. Well, crickets. Look at that. Oh, I'm out in the country. I actually do hear cricket sounds. So. Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm being attacked by
Polka dot door. Thank you.
That show.
All right. All right.
Geordie LaForge.
No, he wasn't. No, that was Reading Rainbow.
That was Reading Rainbow.
That was American.
Yeah. I'm sure he wants to forget that.
No, he doesn't actually. He's quite a good promoter of it. Yeah. And he still does reading promotion and all that stuff. I follow him on Twitter.
Doesn't he also have a podcast where he sort of does like a reading thing for adults?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
There's just so many things young actors do in their early careers that really want to forget. But gotta start somewhere.
Dude. Alrighty, so do you wish to impersonate the guy?
That's definitely the fastest route. I go, I look to the guard and I go, I think I can go get him pretty quickly. But like the magic in here is interfering with my
it's warded. This place is warded to stop any type of teleportation. Oh, it makes perfect sense.
So I'm gonna need to.
I rolled a 1. I believe anything you say right
as
now.
As I possibly can.
Is that your golden egg you just shot out? I believe that. Sorry, all right. Sorry. All right, yep, so you are just a human woman, not a shapeshifter. Why would I have any doubt in you? Sorry.
Exactly.
So you just pop out because this room is sealed against teleportation and all that. It's warded, it's protected. He tells you that you might have to go outside of the precinct because the precinct in general has certain wards and alarms that might go off.
Yeah, I go all the way out and around a corner where I can't be seen.
One of those scribes is just sitting there.
No, somewhere where nobody is. This is where I go.
Okay.
And I wait a little, like, I don't take too long, but I do wait something that could be reasonable, that maybe like a teleportation spell or something could be done. And then I shapeshift into our good, wise friend and enabler, Torden, and I approach the precinct.
What about your clothes?
I shapeshift them to match Torden's.
Oh wait, can you do clothes? Oh yeah,
that's my
magic item. Yes, yes, yep, yep. Smart magic item. Yep. All right. All right. It's great. Meh, whatever.
So as I approached the guards, I was like, one of my colleagues has summoned me here to sign out some items.
You two guys are thinking, boy, that was pretty fast for Torden. How do we get a hold of Torden? Oh, wait. No, sorry. Or maybe not. Maybe an intelligence roll is needed for both of you guys.
I assume they let me in?
Yeah, yes. Natural 20. No, he has no reason to doubt. So sadly, if he did, he'd say, no, that ain't him. He's never met the person. So, okay, yeah. Okay. So, that was fast. Yeah, your colleague said you might need these items, but we'd need you to sign for them for security purposes.
That's not a problem at all.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll just get the magically thing, because we don't want anyone just using an illusion to pretend you're you, sir, right? And he disappears off to get the paperwork.
Quick, do we have anything with his signature on it?
I do happen to also have a mastery of forgery.
The next dice roll we're about to see. It's
so that's the only question, is that's true. Have I seen Torden write his name anywhere? And
yes, I'd have to say you've been around him, and only because of what your skill is would you have paid. You would have been trained because of your background to pay attention to everybody's signature. So yes.
I like to try and pay as much attention to people. Like, I people watch regularly.
All
right. If you haven't, just excuse yourself, go to the local bathroom, and check the walls.
All right. So he comes back later with the paperwork and all that stuff. It's just a piece of wood. And there seems to be a nicely engraved metal bar across the top of the piece of wood that nicely holds the paper in place on this board. It kind of clips it there.
Fascinating.
Yes. It's great Eberron invention.
Yeah, is this one of those newfangled paper holder boards?
Yes, it's a paper board. It's a paper holder board. You got it. It just holds
PHPs.
the paper. Yeah, PHP.
PHPs,
Player's Handbook. PHP is Player's Handbook short form. So, it's a PHP. All right. Yes. The gnomes developed this for holding their writing papers and stuff. Like because the gnome's sigil is all about messages and communication and stuff.
Such clever folk.
Just ask for the gnomish name for it.
Different world. Different world. Dragonlance. That was where they read, but I think it carried. No. Not Dragonlance. It is Forgotten Realms. The gnomes of the Forgotten Realms. The Mad Gnomes. Or was that in Dragonlance? They all mixed together. Their worlds did too. Anyways, the point being, yes, so basically it's going to check your signature here. Apparently it knows your signatures. Or something, it will validate it. So it basically is, it's like a truth or lie thing. He doesn't know how the magic works. But of course, sir, it's your signature. Make a forgery roll. No advantage, but no disadvantage either. What attribute we would be? Intelligence. I think it'd be intelligence would be the one to pair with that.
Not dexterity?
No, the intelligence is writing it the right way. Dexterity doesn't come into fact to it. You know what I mean? Intelligence. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just a regular intelligence roll?
Well, no, you've got it as a kit, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're kind of that's forging it with a device. So yes, hold on. What do you normally have?
Roll with the kit.
You don't get to roll with a kit because you don't have a kit. But what's your jack of all traits give you?
Jack of all trades gives me half proficiency with everything.
So what's your proficiency now? 3?
Yeah.
All right. And the kit would have given you 3. All right. So I'm just going to say without the kit, we're just going to have a +2. We're going to give you a +2 plus your intelligence bonus on a die 20 roll because you don't have the proper forging kit with you, but you're familiar with what's needed to go down with it.
I do have my kit with me.
But you're not really gonna pull out a forgery kit. Give me a second. Puts it down. Gets your little forger's kit off.
Just a pen. Isn't the kit basically?
Well, the kit's got extra waxes and all that kind of stuff. So.
Okay, so there's my with my intelligence plus. You said +2.
+2.
So it would be 12.
12. Now everyone starts. Oh wait, no. This is. Oh. Yeah, about that. The reason I'm saying that is if you wanted to re-roll right now, I was going to be doing a hero point system as well, but it just dawned on me now. I've totally forgotten about it because there is apparently a 5th edition in the Eberron Wayfarer's book optional rule about hero points because Eberron was the first to introduce this hero point system where effectively you gain what the dice are, what you call it when you get inspiration. Effectively, it's almost like an inspiration die. You had so many hero points that you could use in a game. Yeah, you don't have anything. No one really has anything carried over because it doesn't carry across. So I'm just trying to say you don't feel too good with the signature. You're halfway through writing it, and you start to notice a glow as if something's about, like, an alarm's going off or something like that.
And I go, these old hands.
You're 35. Sorry.
I thought Torridon was an old guy.
He is. He is an old, but he's a good old Doc Strange or Mr. Fantastic kind of old. He's just got white streaks in his hair.
I can play on old age.
Yep.
You don't have to redo it.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. He goes to the piece of paper, and you notice that there is like an arrow, but it looks like the arrow has been curled around, right? Mm-hmm. So he presses that curled around arrow, and suddenly it just wipes what you wrote, and you can write again.
Perfect. I go, I look at him. I go, don't get old.
I actually wish to live to a long age. I don't want to be one of these fools that just dies in battle. I want my life to have meaning. This guard starts kind of empathizing with you for some reason.
I highly recommend you take to the colleges then.
Astute education. Maybe I could teach my swordcraft to younger people.
That is a thing that is taught. So can I do another roll there?
Yeah, but you might.
Yeah, with a +2.
So you can actually do a +2 to you do an intelligence roll, but add the +2 button down below.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Do that first. +2. That's not better.
Fumble.
I just dropped the board entirely.
Oh, are you okay? At this point, you just suddenly this little sigil starts showing up. Whoa, dropped it. Are you okay? The guard now is starting to get a little suspicious. He picks it up again. He presses that little arrow again. Sir, he's now got that whole... Wait a second. Try one more time, please. He places it down on the table. And now you got no excuse to drop it. Please, sir, continue fully with the signature.
Well, I've been shaking my hand, too.
Yep.
Like, I've been playing the whole, like...
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Oh, you
It's a
suddenly...
stable surface, yeah.
At this point,
wonderfully.
at this point, beside that little weird curled arrow symbol, there was a square little box, and then all of a sudden, a little green thing just went into that little box, and then a little thing came up, and it said, it was verified.
Said, I am not a warforged.
Yeah, I am not a warforged. You know where I was going with that. All right, so CAPTCHA correct. All right, so your signature matches, and yes, and now it's in the Hall of Records that the gnomes control, and what they've got a thing that your boss did sign this out. So if any of these items go missing, he's responsible.
I mean, I'll probably let him know that I did this.
But
Yes,
apparently the
but
dagger's
like
missing.
The items. They're now missing.
Oh, so they're signed, and you can take the gear out if you want.
Yeah, so I assume they give me, like, the gear and something.
Probably the box is sealed, closed up, and handed off to you, the box. And
Signet ring.
at this point, he just pauses, and then you just see he does a little swipe on the bottom for a copy spell, and then another piece of paper comes out, and he rips it off. There's your copy.
I take it and I put it on top of
It's
the
not the
box.
Xerox spell, it is a copy spell. Sages have that.
By the great sage Xerox.
Yeah. The great wizard Xerox.
That's right.
Alrighty.
And so I take the box and I go back to the college.
No problem. Alright, meanwhile, we come to the alleyway. Would you like to roll initiative?
Sure.
Now, taking a fact, you would have advantage. Well, you have advantage if the wind blows. But you
I have advantage if the wind doesn't blow.
yeah, it's true. But you're not getting a you're not getting a sneak attack because they're coming into the alley on edge. Like their adrenaline is pumping. In my opinion, they're aware something's up. A colleague could be down. But
I am
until
stealthed and they don't know I'm there, I get sneak attack.
oh yeah, that's it. You still get it, but you're not getting a free surprise round. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right.
But so and technically until you attack, they don't have anything to attack, do they? So
Right.
you and did you roll for yours there, Croc? Croc Spider Chaser. Oh, and also for the record, during the break we finalized because we want to get away from the Darkwing Duck joking references.
Yeah,
It
no worries,
is
no worries.
Night Raven, and it works well with certain reasons. It's not a kobold that's attacking these people. Apparently, it's it's some sort of raven-like creature. So, because the snout looks like a raven, it's all in the shadows. The wings seem to have feathers on them. So it's like this raven type of motif that's going on. So that's one way. And the kobold that hides his wings is just your mild-mannered kobold. So that
I was gonna call him a quack quack quack.
because he's a bird. But so these people are talking about like the night raven is attacking, and that's what it is, not the kobold. So there's no real connection to the kobold and the beak. So if anyone, that Kenku in the bar is prime suspect for being the night raven. Stop me! I swear. Let's beat up that Kenku. Why? He's the night raven. Alrighty. And it works well with other things. Okay, so we have effectively the two all that's happened because the two gnolls go ahead. Effectively the Pack Lord has probably gotten to himself close to the body. Gnoll 12 is the gnoll that is closest to the Pack Lord. and
No, 4 is holding back.
and 4 is effectively holding back. He's at the mouth of the alley. He's still staying about 20 feet away from the other 2 gnolls. The alley is full of clutter, and again, for purposes of advantage dice, we have barrels, we have laundry on lines hanging. We have like lines going across with laundry on it. We have 2x4s of wood and scrap from the shanty town. These are elements in your environment. We have muddy puddles, like big muddy puddles, like little deep mud puddles, and mud as well as elements in this alley that, if you can creatively use, can give you advantage if you don't already have it because you're that cool. I'm just saying. Or give your enemy disadvantage if used creatively against them. Boop.
Alright.
I can go over that again quickly. Barrels, wood scrap from the shanty town, mud and water puddles, laundry on clotheslines going across in the alley. And you guys are on a higher vantage point too. So this would boil down to Nadia. You're first.
You said number 12. Was it the
12
entrance
is
of the alley?
no. Number 4 is at the entrance of the alley. 12 is with the quote Knoll leader. Just for stat wise, really is why he's got that. Natural 20. Is this which one?
Knoll 4.
Knoll 4, which is
One next to the leader.
Yeah.
Oh no, 12. 4 was the one hanging back. So yeah. 12 was
No,
next
4.
to the leader.
You
4
have
was
okay. Well, bang. Chook. So silently, one Knoll's dropped.
Do I need to reroll still?
Yes. Yes, because even though no one saw you, you did break from your nice shadowy spot, but make a reroll as you basically are falling back into your hiding spot.
Because I believe there is a feat you can get that
Yeah.
will let you, but only if you miss, I think.
Yeah. So effectively, the other 2 gnolls are focused there. The camera, like, you've got the shadowy form that's gonna just limping there. You see the 2 gnolls approaching, and in the background, you see the 4th gnoll standing in the alley, and then suddenly, it just goes down in true Batman fashion. Well, not Batman, he doesn't kill, but gnolls down. It's like they aren't even aware yet. There isn't even a noise. With all the clutter and the sound of the bar backside, the gnoll hitting the ground and splashing in the mud doesn't really, and no one's the wiser. And now, Croc, your turn.
Number 1 down.
Good job. There's no bodies being left in this endeavor.
Alright.
But you do have a good point.
12, right?
Yeah. 12 is about 5 feet behind our boss guy. So he's not in the boss's peripheral, meaning if you do another amazing job like that guy did, natural 20 critical. Okay, come on, say it, Warlock. Say it, Warlock. I use my Eldritch Blast. Sorry. There's a beautiful meme. That's right, yeah.
It is. It's a good one.
Yes, it is. Come on, say it, say it, say it.
What is the damage on that thing? Oh, and both beams are going after him.
Yep. Wait. Oh, you've got the 2 beams? Yes.
I can split
Yep,
2 beams
yep.
down, they can both go to the same targets.
Yep.
And then sort of hop off. Jumping from the roof down into the alley behind him.
Dun, 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 dun. Acrobatics.
Now you're gonna make me do something I might fail.
You gotta make sure
Just
your
don't
wings
roll
not
poorly.
bad.
Superhero landing, superhero landing, superhero landing.
So in the middle of this, I'm just gonna send a message to Nadia saying, Torian came and signed out the gear. I think we're done here as we're walking back to the building.
So, as these bodies are falling, yeah, we should be done in a second ourselves. All right.
We'll be headed back in a second with the key. Don't worry.
At this point, you drop down, and okay. Describe your dropping down. You have dramatics going right here.
Comes off the roof. The wings come out in a full display. The whole cloak out. Lands down. Superhero type thing. Lands down. And then from behind him just goes, "We're going to talk."
He does the Batman voice. This little cobalt. Hey, Dada. We're gonna talk. This Noel pictures a 20-foot tall gargoyles just landed behind him. Turns around. He's still gotta fight that part. I need an enlargement spell. Sorry.
I think it's actually more intimidating that he's small, especially considering both of his people are down.
So you do that. You drop down. We are going to have a talk.
Use intimidate when I say it. I'll do that.
Bing, do it. Go for it.
Since I don't know how well I do.
All right. You do well. All right. We're going to have a talk. He spins around. He looks at you. Sees his one camera. Oh yeah, we have to have that. This is what the audience saw. Two gnolls approaching. One standing in the alleyway. The one in the alleyway falls over. The leader steps out a little bit further to get closer to the illusion. There's a little black bolt. The other gnoll's gone, and then behind the gnoll, the wings out.
I'm landing in a puddle so he can hear me.
What was that? Sorry.
Landing in a puddle so he can hear me land.
Mentioned it too late. That could have given you a bonus, and you already got a good intimidate.
Yep.
That's the way it works, though. Think of it that
I was going to mage hand a cloak, one of the clothes onto the other guy's head.
That would have given you that would have worked too. All right, boom! You've dropped down. He spins around. Both the gnolls are down. All right, and he's intimidated. At this point, he's intimidated, and then this gnoll suddenly gets more of a cowering thing, and then you see him he's got a bit of a foaming spittle, like he's starting to foam, and he's got a bit of a shake to him, and he's just looking at you. Oh, wow. Oh, crap, he's new to town. He doesn't know who you are. What? Who? And then he starts saying something in some sort of a guttural language. As he's more muttering something instinctively in his tongue type of thing around you.
Anybody know Noel?
Trying to stay cool here.
Over the comms. Anybody know Noel?
One of us does.
I could determine that, yes.
I do not speak Gnoll.
No, Gnoll isn't really a language. Gnoll uses Abyssal.
I don't speak Abyssal either.
Language of demons. Now, guess what?
Somebody
A
has
certain demon hunter in our group, Gorax, he knows Abyssal. I
But
think.
you also have somebody that has a helm of comprehension.
Oh yeah, I know that, but you have to be there to comprehend.
Does he comprehend spoken or just written?
I do believe it's
Spoken and
both.
written.
Spoken and written? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
For 5th edition, it's not broken
Oh, that's
up
right,
like
yeah.
it's together.
All right. That was our action. So what
Yep. So boom, the Gnoll, and that was the Gnoll's action. He didn't attack. He did nothing. So we are going to the top of the clock. So we go back to the top of the clock. The only one left at the top of the clock is Nadia. Yeah.
Trying
Nadia?
to decide if I want to put an arrow in his knee.
I mean, do you really
Tor!
want to marry the gnoll?
This
Sorry, what?
His adventuring days will be over.
Well, he's foaming at the mouth, and it's kind of gross.
Typically,
if this Gnoll lives, he's going to be a reoccurring character. You can tell that. Oh, it's him again. Oh no, not my knee, not my knees. See,
the term "took an arrow to the knee" typically happens to adventurers because they get down on one knee and they propose and they get married.
Ah.
I think I'm gonna shoot his knee.
All right.
Lethally.
Non-lethally.
Hold on, no.
Still be doing damage to him.
He'd have to have blunt arrows. I don't know if his character would actually carry blunt arrows.
Hang on, he's a ranger. Are you a ranger?
No, I would just not shoot for the. I would avoid the artery.
Because you know you're going to be doing damage, and it's whatever the dice roll determines, really.
Oh, Rabbit,
Yes, in
Rabbit,
the
are you
fiction,
a ranger or a rogue?
Rogue.
I'm a rogue.
You might
Right.
have blunts.
So are you allowed?
From
Are you
range
saying that
knockouts.
we are removing the rule from 5e that says you can choose to do non-lethal damage.
For melee.
Well, like I said, you might have blunts.
I do believe it's melee, but I was about to say, we could argue that you've got blunts. Not for smoking, but...
Well, probably those two, but
yeah, that too. But you would need some sort of a blunt
like a ranged knockout area.
Yeah,
type.
I would if you would have pictured your character not being lethal all the time, then that's how we would do it. You've got to game mechanic wise, you've got a
Well, you
blunt.
can also be using them for range distractions, knocking something off.
I was actually thinking noisemakers and stuff like that too, but the noisemaker arrows, but that would be making a noise. So
Yeah, from where you shoot it versus blunt hitting.
because yes, I'm still having some realism here, but at the same time, I want to have a little bit of backing up, because if you're going to use a sword, then you're using the flat of the sword. If you're going to use a mace, you're using the mace lightly.
No, they use the pommel.
The pommel, but
Yeah.
it's a mace. It's still blunt. Oh, if it's a spiked mace, yeah. But I just say in this case, I would say you have some blunt arrows. We'll go into it a bit more, because you just basically want to do, bruising damage. Even though
Well, it depends. Are you looking to bruise or break?
No, I want to wreck his knee.
Then you're doing damage.
then you're doing damage. Yes, that's just damage. You are doing
Yeah.
damage.
The problem here is that if we're trying to put some realism in it here, if I shoot someone in the knee, they're not going to die because I put an arrow in their knee.
If they hit the femoral artery,
bleed out.
but we're not going to go into that much realism. There's a chance you just nicked an artery when you went for that knee. It cracked through the knee, cut into the artery, going down the leg to the foot. I'm just saying that would be the realism in the shot. Or if you were watching heavy metal cartoons, the whole leg comes off.
Doesn't it?
Oh, well, he's making me really uncomfortable, so I'm going to shoot him in the knee.
Okay. Critical hit, natural 20!
Now, did that natural 20 come to be instead interpreted as he hit exactly what he was aiming for?
Ooh. I will go with that. That's a good...
it.
I like it.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
He
Yeah.
him instead, but not
Yep.
kill him.
Yep. So your shot will not kill. It may render him unconscious. Oh, he's moderate. Okay. But if it was enough to kill...
I'm not even going to throw the
oh, yeah.
sneak attack damage on him.
You are?
I'm not.
You're not? Okay.
I
Because
just
he
want to
wasn't
fuck up
aiming.
his
He wasn't aiming for a vital.
I would say also, because you got a critical, you got the knee, you have fucked up his knee. Without proper magical help or wrapping that knee up, he might suffer a penalty movement for the rest of his life. How do you feel about that?
That was the point.
Yeah, that was the point, thank you. So this is the best part. You've done your dramatic, intimidating speech. The wings are up. It gives you more size, by the way, when you have your wings out and all that stuff. And then suddenly an arrow comes down, smacks him down in the knee. And then every adventurer in the audience goes, ooh, ah, yeah. And the usher of the cinema's going, that was me. Sorry. Oh, there's an audience for our thing. This is, And you disappear again. So effectively, you make the intimidating statement, and then to literally emphasize the point, an arrow cripples the gnoll. He now drops down. Basically, he's dropped down onto his good knee, clutching the one knee. Ah! And he's got a little bit more foam in the mouth. Ah! What? Who? What do you want? What do you want? He's saying in common, panicking now. Your action, Croc. Hateful jerk, hello!
Damn.
You are beyond intimidating to him now.
Okay. Start the questioning.
All right.
Who are you meeting? Who are you meeting in the bar?
I am meeting the bitch elf that's got the cure for me. She poisoned me so she could get the crown. I want my cure.
Where's the crown?
I have the key, but I need the cure. I don't have it on me. I was smart enough in case of an ambush like this. I need my cure.
Where'd you put the key?
tell me. I will not tell you. If I don't get the cure, I am dead anyways.
You guys don't have the key. Don't poison them. If you want to live to if you want to live to receive your cure, tell me where the key is.
Intimidate.
I assist in his intimidation.
Pardon?
Can I assist in his intimidation?
Yes. How would you wish to assist his intimidation?
I want to shoot another arrow to just miss the other knee.
He's resting on it, so it's in. Oh, so you want to hit the mud right in front of his knee, type of thing.
Exactly.
All right, make a roll. Your target number is a 10, but if you roll a 1, you actually hit him in the knee and disappear. No, you disappear. I'm sorry. If you roll a 1, yeah, you just disappear. So I forgot that. That's your ace out. So nothing bad's going to happen. Just roll the. Oh, I saw the 7. And I thought it was a 1 for a second. All right. So, gives advantage, meaning you can roll it a second time, and I will take the better of the 2 there, Renset.
I already did advantage.
No, I'm saying for Renset's intimidation.
Oh, alright.
So he can do another one in the tower. Alrighty. Alright. I hid it where we are staying. But I'm not going to tell you where we're staying.
Oh no, we've never been there before.
That was the stables, wasn't it?
Oh, damn, yes! The pail of hay on the left side, right by the piss bucket. Ah, the pain! Get me my cure now, foul-winged creature! Are you that Kenku?
So we bring out the big sword.
Pardon?
Cloud sword.
Oh,
Finish him off.
all right.
That's one way to cure his disease.
You're cured.
All right. I'm going to say he's somewhat prone for this. You're still going to have to roll the strike. All right, but if you get the strike, it'll be a coup de grace on him. But also, as the description, he says, okay, we got this whole cool lineup. If you miss your roll, we don't roll yet. Because you're going to get the cool, you are cured. And his hands go like this, and then like black shadows form and little feathers kind of, in the shadows, they look like black raven feathers, kind of form up and make this giant, you know what a cloud sword is, guys, right? This huge, it's really only a long sword, but for him, it's a cloud sword.
How did I miss?
Uh-oh.
Another one, he disappeared.
Now you're cured. He's gone.
He's prone, so he has advantage.
Pardon?
He's prone, so he's an advantage.
Take a second roll.
What do you mean disadvantage?
Advantage.
Advantage.
He's prone.
You said he was supposed to be
prone.
prone.
No, that's only allowing him to die. No, that's only allowing him to, because he's still got a shitload of hit points. I was just saying that this is more for a coup de grace in that sense.
He's bent over with his head readily available.
Yeah. So it would be advantage, maybe. It's very humorous just to have the one.
Let's do the one, and I'll just finish him off.
So it's like, whom you are cured. And he's like, ah! And the blade.
No. Remember, because what you say is that you roll the one, and everything you were going to do doesn't happen
Well,
until
that's
you...
on his strike, he hit the one.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's true. Because, yeah, he said the speech, and then he did the strike. And the strike makes him disappear. So, then you are cured.
He starts bringing down the sword, and as he's bringing it down, he just disappears.
Woof.
Woof. And then we got the little...
Raven feathers.
Yeah, the little feathers. You're not too sure if he meant to do that or not.
No, I think he's
Roll a
probably
die. Oh,
right.
and and by the way, Rabbit, we've changed it from a die 6 to a die 4 rounds. We just felt the die 6 was a bit long for our average gameplay. So in 2 rounds, you'll be back.
Yeah.
Well,
But one round there's
rounds, he'll be in the
damn
great
it.
ball.
Or I'll, just come to you.
That's true.
Got the key on the way.
All right, and so it boils down to your turn. The Knoll's like cringing, rating, the death strike, and yeah, you have advantage. Wow, good job, you did. You rolled a 2. Fuck! I have a horseshoe up my ass.
Shit.
At this point, the Knoll thinks that he's being given a reprieve, so he's getting up and he's quickly hobbling now. He's no longer he's hobbling out of the alley thinking that was the dramatic thing because the Knoll's shit his pants probably, but he's still now wobbling. So it's your choice if you let the hobbling Knoll continue on his plight or finish him off.
Alright, well, I'm gonna reroll stuff again.
Okay. Wow, you rolled a 2 and a 3 for your stealth. I'll just let you know, even though you did it in the tower, but still with a 3, you're, roll that extra die 4 thingy. And you're above his passive perception.
Alright, bitch. This time you die.
You hit! Oh, look at me, a hobbling, wounded Knoll! Some bloodthirsty bitch shoots me in the back! Oh, if I was a white human, I bet you I'd have sympathy of the audience, but no, I'm just a lowly Knoll. A beast-like creature!
That man.
Oh my gosh, he's still alive.
Oh, God! On the blade! Oh, there's an arrow! He's in his shoulder blade, his arm's twitching and spasming. Ah! He's dragging his leg with the arrow in it.
Shot in the back before.
I mean, shot in the back. Wait, did that re-enter the exact same hole that was healed? At this point, you just kind of see this one townsfolk person kind of looking down the alley. There's one Knoll lying on the ground with an arrow stuck in its head. There's another Knoll there. And then there's this Knoll hobbling out with an arrow in his knee and an arrow in his shoulder. Bloody foam coming out of his mouth. And he just pauses, spits his chewing tobacco, and continues walking down the street. Just an average night, I guess. All right. What?
Stops, loots the Knoll at the entrance. Yeah, he keeps going.
Alright, one more arrow.
Oh man, okay, he's getting out into the public street area. All 4 people walking it tonight.
Hey, this would be the second round when I can come back.
Wait, this is hold on. Second round.
Second round, you're in the guild hall.
You're in the guild
Oh,
hall.
I'm in the guild hall?
And roll me a strike.
Strike?
Because
Yeah,
whatever your last action was, you re-roll it. So if you were casting a spell, the spell will go off. So yeah, roll your long sword. Okay, so you come down and slice at air in the guild hall. Swords aren't that bad because where you appear, he's purposely put you a good away from the big crystal, and you're never facing the crystal just for past experiences. But there are scorch marks on the walls at times from.
Followed by the exclamation, "Goddamn fucking damn!"
That was such a goal. I had it set up. I had everything.
Reach out, touch.
Okay. It's always good to call ahead, because if he's swinging from rooftop to rooftop, and in mid-swing, you join him.
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving towards the destination.
I just reach out.
Okay.
Boom.
Yep. All right. And
You want a die 8 on there or something weird?
die 12. And first off, I'm going to roll righty 6 o'clock behind him, so you're appearing behind him. Roll a die 6 for me. On a 1, he was just in the moment of jumping across a building. Oh my god! So you are falling between buildings.
No. Wings pop, glide.
Yep, I know, exactly. It's like, for you, that's not that much of an issue. Yes.
That's why I didn't care.
Yep. So you're doing that run, and then you hear the familiar kind of psychic little pop of somebody jumping in on your position as you leapt over. You leapt from rooftop to rooftop, and then mid-leap, you're boop, behind you, and like, uh-oh. Wings are out. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, crap. You're mild-mannered. No, you still got your armor up. All right. Alrighty. So, you guys get back.
What happened to the doll?
He might have taken another arrow or two.
Yeah, okay. Did you loot him?
He thought he was getting away. No, I didn't see the point. He was foaming at the mouth and all gross.
You might have had information we could use. Still on him.
What?
Yeah.
You go loot him. We're not that far away.
Right. No, go back.
I'll go get the key. You go loot him.
Okay.
Alrighty. So you head back to the Knolls. Alrighty.
Does Nadia know where the Knolls?
Nope. I just realized. Yep, stables.
I think
so
my-
you're heading. So Nadia, there are stables by the Cutthroat Inn, and there are also stables by a couple of the other inns. Which inn are you going to go to? Because that's probably the stables you're thinking of.
Alright, so I'm going to ask. I'm not going to another one, because I imagine it's not the Cutthroat Inn stables since they were going to the Cutthroat Inn. So which stables am I going to, Croc Spider Chaser?
The ones that Vid went to.
Yeah, that's my response.
Did, what stables did you go to?
Stables? Oh, you mean like where the Knolls were hiding out?
Yes.
And I tell him.
Basically, they are the stables at the entrance to the cogs.
Totally different ones.
Not even connected to the bars. And now the next question going to be, how familiar are you with the lower area?
Very.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, because that was one of your areas too. All right, so yeah. There's a few entrances to the cogs. Yeah.
I'm from the cogs. He's from the slums.
You know, funny story, I'm a spy, so I'm familiar with all of it.
Wait, do you have adventurer? Sorry, no. What was that? Was it the Outlander?
Outlander.
Hey, we all have that. What you know? We're barbarians and we all have the Outlander trait. Well, that's kind of a foregone conclusion. All right, so.
Have the Outlander trait.
And.
Being a shifter and all.
I don't have that trait.
Alrighty. And so you're heading that way. There is a goblin stable master that's in that area, and you just see that he's with a pitchfork, and he's bitching and complaining about the stench of, knoll fur going to stink up his whole place for a bit. He's throwing this bucket of lye and that into the stables, as it looks like he's scooped and cleaned out most of the hay in the stables.
Fucking retarded ass Knolls.
So now you're looking for a key in a haystack.
Yes!
Covered with lye.
No, he's shoveled all. There's a huge pile of hay now that he's taken out of this. Lie's going to the bare floor of the stable. All the hay is being scooped up and thrown into this huge pile.
Hey, Goblin.
Yes. If you want a room, I could set up one better than the stables. I just don't want to rent them out again.
Actually, how much money do you make in a week?
I make a normal wage. About 15 silver.
I will pay you 1 gold to find a key in this haystack.
You really should make 15 silver, which is a gold and a half.
But that's just right now, this moment, 1 gold, not a week. This is
exactly.
What? There's a key in the haystack? What type of key am I looking for?
Do you want a gold?
I want a gold, but I want to know what key I'm looking for. Not trying to say that there might be multiple keys. Pardon?
All right. Well, I will give you 2 gold to find all the keys in this haystack.
2 gold.
I don't know.
Guys, I got this key ring. We're gonna have fun tonight. Not this door. Not this door. The camera pans away as you see all the doors of Sharn. Not this door. Not this door. Not this door. Sorry. Okay. All right. So. All right, the goblin just kind of pauses. You see, because it was a magical key, then we could just do a detect magic and see exactly where it was in this haystyle. But if it's just a regular key...
It's possible that it's a magical key.
It's for the freaking lockbox for the dwarven safe houses. Of course it's magical.
I'm not trying to tell him that.
If it was iron, we could just use a magnet and find it.
Oh, what?
You might know somebody that knows detect magic.
Right, but you're super far away.
I
I'm
can
hoping
use.
the goblin.
He can use the crystal to get to your position, and guess where they're just showing up right now?
Oh,
By-
right, yeah. But I already offered this guy 2 gold.
So, I've already asked this guy 2 gold, and this is fun to watch. If it gets too boring, we'll call him in.
So he didn't find any keys when he was cleaning up the stables, did he?
Who would hide a key in a bunch of hay?
No.
That's true. He was just scooping the hay, so the key, you know, he did not notice that he was scooping that up. So he's kind of looking for the key.
Alright.
And you get back, and you see both the gnolls in the alley, one with the arrow and the one you hit with the Eldritch Blast.
Look for the blood trails.
Blood trail seems to be leading off to one of the buildings next to it. Just literally the building next to this area has a blood trail leading up to it.
Follow that blood trail.
All right, you follow that blood trail. All right, passive perception is. Ooh, really good.
17.
All right, there is a wire that has been put up by the door. It looks like a simple bell trap or something like that. Or it leads to a giant cantrip that blows up the world. One or the other.
Bypass.
Yep. That would be your thieves' tools. And dexterity.
Can I step over it or go
Oh,
under?
I think you meant you wanted to disassemble it. Oh, yeah, just
step
avoid it.
over or go
Yep.
under. Just avoid it.
Yep, that is able to be done. Yep. And you notice that the door hasn't been fully closed. It looks basically the door is gone, but it would be obvious if a staggering bloody gnoll were to go through, it would have triggered this trap.
Stealth in the tower.
Stealth? All
In
right.
the tower.
Poof, you're gone.
Alright, follow the blood trail.
Nope, you're gone. Roll a die 4.
I goddamn hate this fucking gem!
One round.
You know, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna call Sparks. Hey, Sparks.
Sparks, you're just showing up. Literally, you guys, as so many rounds have gone by, that same amount of time, you got into the little flying carriage. Because remember, you have a nice little flying carriage that, you know, like a little. it's Sharn Uber, you know. Hey, hop in. All right, you're there. So you got a little carriage that does take you, and the place wasn't too far away. So you're showing up about this time. You've got the equipment with you in the box. And boop, Sparks, you have one message.
Okay.
Make a stealth roll, Steve. You don't have to roll it in the tower. Renset?
I'm doing it through anyway.
No, you're going to do it anyways? Alright. You use one of the nearby bookshelves to hide in, and then you realize, God damn it. No, you go through the door. This place looks a lot like the Guild Hall.
Throw a book across the room.
Okay.
Go back.
Alright. Boom. You go back.
You can only go back to.
Yeah, I know. Yep. So roll a die 12 for me, Renset. If you roll a 12, you're 12 o'clock and you're in a pile of hay.
So I thought you go back to where you were.
Nope.
Nope. You teleport to another person with a crystal.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Normally, you would teleport back to where you would been, but there's been accidents in the past. 11 o'clock, you're almost in a pile of hay. Roll odd, even. Even, you're on top of the goblin. Odd, you're on the opposite side. Alright, so, picture if you will. You're sitting back, starting to enjoy this little goblin as he's starting to trundle and work through the hay, and then all of a sudden the kobold's sitting on top of him. Because he's not that big, the goblin kind of, whoa, and falls down. He's not squished by some big guy. It's like, suddenly you get the circus act for a few seconds, and he falls down. So, whoop. And of course we'll have it that, you know, Renset's character just does that whole cool, as the person collapses, he just rides the body down, steps off, and what's going on? He's got that pissed off looking.
Goddamn fucking gems. Fly away.
And he flies away. Flap, 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 flap. All right. So, meanwhile, Sparks, you could have sworn a message came to you, but a lot of commotion just happened in the last few seconds.
Okay.
Sparks,
Yes,
where you at?
I'm at the guild hall.
Oh, do you have time to come visit me?
I sure can.
A 12, you land on the hay. An 11, it's now been determined, is the position of the goblin. Please roll a die 12.
Maybe I'll step back for him.
Oh! You step back for him. Okay. Oh, wait, 3 o'clock is your side. All right, so you're starting to step back. He materials nicely beside you. Goblin is still, what the hell just fell on me? What the hell was that?
Am I paying you to lay down?
I'm getting, something fell on me, but it's... Where'd he come from?
He's been here the whole time. Right, Sparks?
Deception. Bullshit skill, please. Roll your bullshit skill. All right. Oh, what? Oh, I must have missed it. All right. Flap, 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 flap. So, you guys, you got the box with the stuff. You got this.
Oh, Sparks. We're the keys here, we think.
Okay.
You want to do, your thing.
Okay. Well,
Gobs, go back
do I have 10 minutes where I can do this as a ritual? Or do we...
It could be a timed event. See if the goblin finds it in 10 minutes or he gets his spell ready.
I'm just going to do it as a regular spell.
Regular spell or...
Yep.
Because it could be fun. We could put
It's
bets on it.
One action
It
instead of
could be
doing
fun,
it as a
actually.
ritual.
I think he's suggesting you do the 10 minutes. Because then there's an actual bet. I roll for the goblin to see if he gets it. You start your casting. He
The
says,
goblin gets it before you do.
if you get it before he finishes
You play the
casting.
goblin, which is gold.
Okay.
How did you get out of paying the goblin 2 gold? Sparks agreed to it, though.
That's a bet. So I'm going to start doing my ritual casting.
Bravo.
I'm
Bravo.
gonna ask Brock in the mental mindscape if he wants help in case he just goes again.
Okay, sorry. Is the chuckle mentally transmitted too?
I don't know.
It might be a
We'll
bit.
find out.
He's already flying off, heading back to that spot.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
At least he'll keep me in the same area.
At least he'll keep me in the same area. That's cool. Unless you both roll ones. If you both roll ones, you could just picture the two of you start breaking things around the gym. Sorry.
Alright, Sparks, you got this?
I got this.
Alright, I'm gonna head off.
Do you let the goblin know that he's now on a clock? Did you do that?
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
that would defeat the whole point
So
of
the
that.
guy that was gonna pay him.
Oh, is now Sparks. Didn't you hear how well
Well, yes,
Rabbit
but-
manipulated that?
But
Oh, no.
But-
Sparks pays him if he finds it before Sparks does.
you guys didn't tell that to the goblin.
No, he's still busy looking.
We did.
So the guy that the goblin thinks is gonna pay him just walked away.
Yep.
So the goblin does pause and goes, "Wait, do you got this?"
I got my thing. You do your thing.
I'm getting paid for this, right?
Well, that's between you and him.
Well, he just laughed.
In the meantime, I'm still casting.
What are you doing? He's no longer looking. He's a little nervous as you're kind of getting the things ready. You're going to whoa. You're doing like the Shaolin monk kind of getting this. Well, you're taking a long time to cast. What the hell does that mean? I always know if it take.
I'm just here to watch you do your work.
Why you doing the mumbo jumbo?
Oh, it's keeping my joints loose.
Bullshit skill.
You know.
Bullshit skill. Let's hear that bullshit skill.
Skill for me.
go into your character sheets and retype the name bullshit. No. Deception is now the bullshit skill. All right. With a -2. All right.
Persuasion.
And, just the base dice roll. That's all he's got. He doesn't seem to believe that. You're not looking like you're fixing your joints. You're doing little traceries, and effectively when you're doing them, the little magical traceries are appearing in the air. I'm just going to put that out there, I know that because my interspace, I'm just adjusting them now. So, all right.
Well, you can go back to doing your thing, or you can sit off to the side there.
By the way, Ghost Butts, thanks for Ellie kind of falling in there. I'm kind of more focused on the game on my usual streams, but hopefully someone else can help answer any questions you may have. So there we go. All right, and Brain comes back. Come on, there we go. So yes, right now the goblin kind of realizes you're doing stuff, so he's kind of slower at trying to find it because he's nervously watching you out of the corner of his eye. Exactly. You ass. Oh, it is a mixture of...
I'm going to win this bet.
Nope. All right. Renset, you are back by the house. The door is still open like you left it. Like, not fully open, but just that slight opening. As you kind of come down, there's a drunk kind of walking down the alley, which from past, not a concern. But the house is still there till you approach. Do you wish to sneak inside the house? Or do you wish to wait for Nadia to show up before you attempt sneaking into the house?
I mean, I didn't wait that long before I followed him. I can't be that far behind him.
No, he's just about a round or so, to be honest. So by the time you're deciding that, he's showing up, in theory, right? As you see the two dead bodies, except for the buddy boy with the arrow to the knee and the arrow to the back, is not there. How the hell? He went down.
Oh, he was dead.
He was in a dying state.
Check him.
Superhero 101. Did you confirm the villain was dead?
You know the rule.
There is a magical ring you could have that could bring you back to 1 hit point when you reach 0. It could be one possible theory.
Or he wasn't poisoned, he was cursed. With necrotic stuff.
Okay, well, I know where the wire is. Go.
Yep. Do you...
Oh, stealth out again.
You stealth? Do you let Buddy Boy know about the arrow? I mean, he might notice it himself. I mean, not arrow, the trap.
I can still stealth and tell him.
Sorry?
I can
What's
stealth
the
and tell him.
passive you need to see it?
Passive... what's your passive?
18.
Yeah, you're the same. So you would notice the wire too. You'd probably be coming up behind him and you're about to say something about the wire, but you see him avoiding it as he starts to sneak. Roll a sneaky.
Oof.
Seriously?
He went to sneak real well.
Alright, the dice are definitely...
This is getting ridiculous.
I've never rolled... Well, I'm just saying, ones aren't normally rolled that often. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But...
You're sneaking very well. You're not there anymore.
As far as I'm concerned, he's amazing.
Alright. Alright, so... And what was it? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. You're able to get yourself inside. There's a couple of voices going. Since you're taking it slow and easy, again, Croc, you appear by the gem. Quickly, just one round, pop back in. You can get yourself... In the good old Skyrim quick travel, you can get yourself into sneak position, but you're not sure where you're going to show up, so you have to do your stealth when you show up. I'm giving a veto. What I'm going to do is a cooldown. In the future, because Renset's just illustrated this, if we get a whole bunch of ones in a row, I'm going to put down a cooldown on the gem, meaning it happens a couple of times, I'll say like 2 times, but after the 2 times, it gives you a pass for a bit. How's that sound to everybody? Because as we illustrate there, 2 times it's funny,
I
3
think it's
times...
funnier. I think it's funnier this way. Rinset's not happy because it just happened to him, but it's funnier this way. But I mean, how often does this really happen?
That's true. I'm just saying. So, but do another stealth roll, but I'm going to give you a veto on the if you roll a 1 again for some reason.
If you roll a 4th one in a row, I am going to be amazed.
If you roll 4th one in a row, go buy a lottery ticket.
There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, and you can roll again for advantage. Again, if it's a 1 with the other roll, don't worry, we'll ignore that. Because you have advantage in the environment you're in right now.
I do.
Yep. Shadows and all that stuff that are in there. It's not lit, this place.
Then I should have been having advantage on the other rolls as well.
Oh, no. Not when you were entering. Rabbit's already entered. You're teleporting in by Rabbit. Rabbit's already in the dark confines. So basically, you've shown up inside the building now with all the shadows. Before, you were outside moving into the building. No advantage. Inside the building, you've got advantage now. That's what I'm saying. So this is... yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, get another stealth roll if you want there. Are you going to roll?
Yeah, just
Oh. Okay. You do hear voices. At this point, again, Nadia, you are aware of the as Croc has come back. This is more of a mental thing between you guys because of the way the gems work. It's not actually a giveaway sound. But both of you guys... but both of you guys are now in there, and you hear 2 people talking. One of both the voices seem to be coming from petite frames. The voices sound small, per se. One voice is going on and it's talking in common. Well, I saw the fight, so I should get first dibs on the loot. And the other guy goes, no, we gotta wait for the boss. That's the rules. It's found in his area. We get to split the loot. Oh, I don't know. Well, they still got 2 more bodies out there. Yeah, but this one looked like the important one. He's got the most arrows in him. Good point. The 2 people are basically bickering over the body they've looted, they've taken from the alley, and they're going to go back and grab the other 2 bodies, it sounds like. And so that's what you're armed with, guys, as you go. You are both sneaking, probably better than their passive perceptions because they're not actively looking for you. But there are 2 smaller-sounding voices speaking in common, not with an accent. If it was a goblin, he might be speaking common with an accent.
Kill some more people tonight?
Meanwhile, you just picture the lieutenant. He's lying in bed, tossing and turning for some reason. Going, this is going wrong. This is going wrong. What was it? Sorry?
I mean,
Huh?
those would be a good frame.
Don't think we'll need to kill anybody here.
This could be a good frame job. We didn't kill him. These 2 guys killed the gnolls. Look, they were looting the body.
Okay, so while the other guys are going to go get the other bodies, I want to loot the gnoll inside who had the most arrows in him, and I want to send a message to Vid that she should inform our watch person that something seriously unfortunate has gone down, and some 4 gnolls have been mugged in an alleyway.
So at this point, I'm probably handing the box to Torden, explaining what happened, that I need to look at it, but I just got a message that I need to go back to the precinct and let them know that there was a mugging. Or actually, I've got the little letter. How fast is the little letter?
The message card?
Yeah.
It might act like the message spell, meaning it'll be a few rounds.
Well, it's probably faster than me traveling all the way there. So I'm gonna write that down on the card. I'm gonna just say,
do you wish to use the card? And a nice feminine voice kind of just echoes as you go to write on it.
absolutely.
Please speak your message, and I shall take it for you.
We were staking out the knolls, and
As you're talking, you just see the words starting to magically form on the card, including the
I'm talking more elegantly than that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm a bard.
I'm a bard. I have no ums and ahs. And meanwhile, you see, I'm a bard. I have no ums and ahs. Stop writing. Stop writing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sorry. No. All right. But yes, you're.
And and I just say that we saw the gnolls. We were pursuing them, and then they were all of a sudden mugged, and attacked by. And I ask, what were they attacked by?
I don't know.
At this point, you see a gnome emerge. He's got himself a little hoodie, but his nose is causing the little bandana thing to go out to like here almost with his nose.
A gnome with an obnoxiously large nose.
That's half.
That's what I describe. I just go, a gnome with a large nose.
Let me tell us, and a green orc, right? Okay. And then at this point, you also see a halfling kind of coming around as well. His feet bare and all that stuff. He's not one of the halflings from the wilds. He's more of a city halfling with a little bit of a stout
looking city halfling.
A scruffy looking city
on
halfling.
The boss.
At that point, the halfling just pauses because he feels like he just have to say, "Hey, who you calling scruffy looking?" Sorry. But a halfling and a gnome are now taking off, leaving the body for you guys. As they literally walk down the hall you guys are hiding in, and you're having you're pressing the, you mentally pause for a second, even though you realize you don't have to pause, and then you continue and just walk right past you. Their passive spot though is 16.
Fortunately, I think we found where the key is though. It wasn't. I don't think it was on the knolls. And then that's what I sent.
Alrighty.
Oh, you missed part. You missed the part about the boss.
That's okay. We didn't see everything.
Yeah, you can't be too accurate in coming across the mugging. Alright, what was the intelligence check for?
I recognize them.
With that roll, the gnome looks new, and also some of the gear he's wearing looks new. The ratty, scruffy-looking halfling is not part of the gang that you have to be concerned about, but you have seen him as a simple pickpocket.
So I wouldn't know who his boss is.
He doesn't really have a boss, so him talking about a boss is new. But basically,
Mickey.
No, Mickey kind of acted as a fence. Yeah, that's true. But this sounded like when you talk about territory area. So basically, him being some new lackey makes sense because you've seen him on the streets. The gnome you haven't, but you've seen him, but he's never been a big player type of thing.
Okay.
So they've left.
One of the little local gangs for the different districts.
Yeah, exactly what you got going on there. So that can also secure. They don't look like they're new faces, and if they're anywhere connected to the big crime bosses here, they might be a tier from a tier. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if they leave. Go check the body.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. As you check the body, you just notice that it seems to have decayed a lot faster than you'd expect any body. The skin around the gums has already pulled up to reveal more of the gnoll's teeth. His muzzle is almost dried out a little bit, and you just notice a slight mummification around the sides of his face. And parts of those boils, like if they're touched in any way, just like sand is coming out of them. Possessions? You got it. He's got a bow, and he's got arrows. The bow is good quality, but it's not magical. As far as you can tell, it just looks like a good quality bow. And he's also got a scimitar-like blade, kind of more of a hacking tool. He also does have, I want to say like a rosary, but it's made of molars, and every so often there's a canine in amongst the molars. And it's like double looped, like it's a large chain of teeth, but they're almost like little molars with a few little fangs. That seems to be rolled around like a rosary would be. And it's on his arm, like he's wrapped around on the arm for that. And some of the bone hangs down, so he could hold it in his hand type of thing. Other than that, he's got some leather armor with some slaps of chain stuck on it in spots. But you notice the chain has been greased, and he's either charcoaled or smoked the metal.
It's darkened it.
Yeah.
Blackened.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any notes, paperwork?
There is a small pouch, and yes, there are paperwork in there, and it's written again in some sort of very vicious, and it's almost like carvings or claw marks almost type of language. Are some notes on that as well. And yeah, that's it. Notes on the body. At this point, there's a kind of sound, just like air escaping, and then part of his face just caves in, and more disintegrating dust and ash starts to fall in on his face.
I immediately put my face. My face mask is already up. I don't know why. I'm fine. Never mind. I'm fine.
But no, you know what you're doing. You're suddenly making sure. You're making sure more, and you see part of his rib cage is starting to fall in on itself now.
Well, take the paperwork.
Yeah.
Grab the little rosary, give it a little pull, let the wrist disintegrate around it.
And then you just see the hand kind of break off there, and then it just falls, and then some ash. It's, okay, we got the rosary. Shake, shake, shake.
All right, drop that into the pouch with the paperwork.
Yeah.
Look at the non-existent shadow beside me.
No, you can be a prick. Hold on. There you are. All right, so...
Yeah, go ahead, try that on me.
No, it's not going to work on you. No, I'm just saying you can do that.
He couldn't have jumped me.
Nope. I argue. No.
Jump to me.
I was about to say, you never put it back on after you took it off to let Tor jump to you. It skipped your mind. Yeah, we'll just go for that. That's the bullshit we use.
Yeah. Knowing he was going to jump, would have dropped it and put it back up.
Yeah.
Are you wanting the bow or the sword?
Meh.
Okay.
Best stuff you got is that belt pouch with some writings on it. That's about it.
It's what we're looking for, was information.
Yep. Does anyone have medicine? Or is it medicine? Is it called medicine?
Herbalism or something, I think, isn't it?
No.
Oh, there's a kit for it now, a healer's kit.
Arcane knowledge.
Yeah, there is medicine as well.
Arcane knowledge or medicine is needed to figure out what might be going on right now.
What about survival?
Survival is already make sure I got a mask over my face and step the fuck away. You passed your survival without even rolling, okay? You're getting ready to pee.
Intelligence-based, he has Arcana. But he's overdoing Detect Magic right now.
Slowly, in due time. This is bad. Whatever he's got is bad. That's what you got there.
Yeah, well, he did say he was like poisoned, cursed, whatever, by a lady. And it looked necrotic to me. So.
Yep. And with your medicine, does any of you guys have Arcane or not? Or can make an Arcane test?
Anybody can make
anyone can make a check, true.
It just depends on if they get a bonus or not.
Yeah.
These Sparks could do it, but he's not there.
Alright, the best you got with Arcane is if it's mummy...
Dehydration.
Well, okay. I could say that for both your rolls,
my 4 points higher on my medicine did better.
Medicine-wise, he's just continually taking damage as far as you can tell. So, with both your rolls, you can easily jump to the conclusion of mummy rot, meaning you guys have already probably been infected because you've come in contact with him.
Do I know any witches in the district? In the cogs?
You probably would. You probably would, definitely. Well, no, not necessarily... But you mean herbalists and stuff like that as well?
Witches.
Witches? You might do. We could do an investigate to try and find one down later on.
Some witches have hexes that can do stuff like this.
Yep.
The reason I say that is because my character is familiar with hexes.
Hexes, yes. Yeah, that's true. You might not have the contact, but you might get the contact, we'll just say. But...
This is not poison, correct?
Yes. Medicine can tell both you guys that this is not regular poison.
No, this is.
Though we had a 13 for Arcana, a 12 would tell you that you could be witnessing necrotic damage. If something was going to do necrotic damage over time and he died prematurely, it looks like the necrotic damage might still be continuing, which is not a medicine thing. It's definitely a magic curse. Like, for the next hour, you're going to suffer this much necrotic damage or whatever it might be, right? And the body is continually taking...
Do I know at the very least that this is not contagious, theoretically?
Nope.
It wouldn't be contagious.
Nope. You guys aren't... You don't have 100% sure. With those rolls, you're not... Like, mummy rot, you could be infected right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
If they described it to Sparks over the link...
Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Check.
But that would stop you from your 10-minute ritual and give the goblin extra time. You'd have to restart your ritual again. Damn it! I was so close.
I mean, so it hasn't been 10 minutes yet with
No.
lurking
No.
on body.
Close to it though. The goblin's still looking. I'm going to do 2 rolls before you're ready to cast and see if he actually finds it. He needs 18s on a 20. So.
Well, the thing is, I just know that the hex that I can cast can last 24 hours.
Yeah, so you could back up the theory of necrotic damage. Like, if this is vocalized, do you vocalize what you thought, Nadia? Do you say that, Nadia, you're the only one that may conclude it could be necrotic?
On anything you got from your arcane.
Yeah.
The fact
Yeah,
that it
but
could
I'm
be a
gonna do
hex
it
or
in
necrotic.
over the telelinks.
Oh, yeah, the link?
Yeah.
And because you
So
said
much
that...
easier to communicate when you don't have to speak out loud. When you're sneaking.
Thinking too loud, damn it.
So yes, he does inform you about the necrotic, which then can allow you to know what your hex can do over time, and if the body... Yeah.
I know that if it's a hex or a curse, it can be ongoing.
Yeah.
But again, if it is quote-unquote witchcraft, it could be a magical disease that's been invoked as well.
Which could lead back to mummy rot.
Which could lead back to mummy rot.
Which means you guys could be infected.
Or worse.
How can that... How's worse? Sorry. Mummy rot 2.0. Dun, dun, dun.
Although it could be worse than mummy rot, too.
No, you could always... Yeah, sure. But that's kind of the top line for worseness. Just gonna put it out there.
Not really. Could just lead to straight sterility. Liptic.
That could be a bad curse, actually. All right.
Alright. Well, we got, I think, what we need. Doubt the other two are carrying anything. We can check them, too, though.
Mm-hmm.
I really doubt they're carrying anything. Check them anyway, though.
Hold on a second. The gnome and the halfling are coming back with a new body. And they're going to drop that body down here with the other body and go back and grab that other body.
Okay.
They drop that body down. They have a regular bow and some arrows and that. There's probably money on them. So, there we go.
Nah, I'm not too concerned with the money.
14 gold. And 57 silver.
Yeah.
That's in
They
their
are
money
doing their
pouch.
job. They brought the bodies to us. I don't mind leaving it, though.
As a tip.
Besides, let's get this distinct feeling they're going to get arrested soon.
Yeah.
We were just looting the bodies, we swears.
I'm actually gonna leave
You gonna leave money?
river with those fletchings. Just in the corner. I can buy a new set.
Okay.
Alright.
And you guys leave. So we cut back to this. Torridon, by the way, you were having this conversation and all this kind of stuff, and Torridon's in a nightgown and, or sleeping, the whole Victorian, it's a gown. It's a nightgown. It's a guy's nightgown with a hat, because you always have to have that hat, right? But
That's the important part,
clothes.
obviously.
what was it?
Night clothes.
They're night clothes.
They're night clothes?
He's wearing his night clothes.
Dress.
It's his night clothes. Extra puffy with frilly wrist pieces. But
And the slippers are
velvet. All right. They make an annoying flip-flop sound on the hardwood floor of the university. Flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop. Sorry.
Not if they're velvet. If they're velvet, they'll be very quiet.
No, that's true. Yeah. So he's been woken up. He tells you, how did you get this box here? You need someone to sign for it.
I hand him the receipt.
All right.
I didn't have a choice.
No, okay. If it was a time-sensitive matter, and did you just... What was the note you sent off to the lieutenant? And...
Oh, that was, the,
He grabs the edge of his shirt and just gives it a tug, and he's dressed in his robes.
Croc and Nadia were pursuing the gnolls, and they were attacked. So I was just informing the chief.
Did you just send Croc and Nadia?
Hmm?
You sent them together to make contact with the gnolls.
They were just staking out the gnolls. They weren't to make contact. They were.
Of
waiting
course
for
not. So how are the gnolls faring?
They got staked out.
They
got mugged.
This is the problem. They got mugged by a halfling and a gnome.
All right. Do you see Torden's face? Uh-huh.
I am telling this tale rather well.
Okay. No. You might tell it beautifully, but his paranoia about them. But yes. But yeah, it's like... Okay.
Unfortunately, they got mugged.
Actually, no, totally honest. You do a persuasion thing, and yeah, he's got that precursor of what he expects from the two of them, but you can
I'm not sure. I think that's a deception.
Well, actually, does Vid know any better?
I don't, because I'm just literally
retelling what you heard. Exactly. So it's not. It's a performance. Meanwhile, the two of you are going, we made her believe it. Oh, yo, high five. Boop. Oh, you rolled a 1 for a high five. You're having a bad day, bro. Sorry.
Next time you see Croc, he's missing a hand.
Oh, it doesn't work. People have tried removing their limb.
Then he's going to hook back on.
I am the two-hooked man. You can't be serious. That's not even classified as a limb. Are you going to cut it off? All right. The handless eunuch. This handless eunuch meets you in a bar.
He's walking on a peg leg.
2 peg legs.
You know, there's one more appendage. I
know. And there we go.
They're solved. Oh, yeah.
All right. So
he buys the story.
Yep. Performance 26. Yep. Oh, he's also I should have said you have advantage on that because he's just woken up, literally. You know. So make another roll. We take the better of the two.
We'll stick to the first one.
Yeah, I think we will. All right. So, oh, really? Well, that area is known for. That area is prone to violence. Both of those people are familiar with that area. So,
They, of course, would be taking all the precautions they possibly
They
could.
would be, yes. So why do we have a metal box that I signed for?
These are the items that were on...
He is fully dressed, by the way. That little tug of the collar.
Yeah, that was... I'm probably familiar with those. Because I have some.
Does that mean we never really wash our clothes? We're wearing the same thing every day? Oh, it's magic. It's clean. Cantrip. Clean. No, he does the shake and then suddenly dirt hits the floor and grease. There we go. I love this spell. But there's little puddles of grease and dirt all over the place. Oh! And a broom comes out. Oh, I love magic. Bum bum bum
I've
bum
seen
bum
that
bum
movie.
bum
That
bum bum
doesn't
bum
end
bum
well.
bum 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 bum. Sorry. Yep.
I just thought these are the items that were on the dragon marked elf, which might be important for the exchange. And there were some magical items in there, and we couldn't investigate them in the precinct.
No problem. As you continue back into the room, Sparks, Tor, you've just seen this, and as Vid and you are walking in, you just notice that Gorax has basically got a nightshirt on, an erection, and he's constantly air pumping in front of him by the crystal.
This is why I told them to put it in a separate room.
I am so glad that none of us are there.
Well, Sparks isn't there. Remember, he's down at the...
Oh, where were you? Where were you, Sparks? You came back, didn't you? Oh no, you're down at the haystack. That's right. It's just Tor. Tor, you just, you're just there, Tor, and then you hear that pop, that pop sensation, and then you just, there's like these grunts going on, and then the grunts start to slow down.
Back to your room.
Dun 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 dun.
See, with you being a shifter and having a more bestial side, I'm not sure if I would have a problem with that.
The orc might have a problem looking over, watching you stare at him. Okay.
Well, no, I
Oh yeah.
stare at him. It's just I
Fair
don't
enough.
sound it, so it's just like.
Meanwhile, Tordens continue going on. There's a quick glance. Oh, and then his little aloofness head like.
I
Oh.
feel like this isn't the first time that particular exact scenario has happened.
Oh, you know what that means? You rolled a 1 in bed.
How disappointing.
Would that class as performance anxiety?
Meanwhile, just yes. Oh, really? That was. It's not even there anymore. It's like, okay, awkward. Well, he's still paid for the night. Okay. All right. So Gorax, he's now using the crystal as a hiding spot because technically, his pants, boots, armor, equipment is probably. We now cut to the little pawn shop outside of the brothel. Yeah, we've got some armor here. This beautiful sword. Just left in the
Again,
room.
probably not the first time that's
And I'll hold on to those until he comes back. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Was it an orc? Yeah, very boisterous? Yeah, just hold on to those, dear.
Here's your money. I'll store them for you.
So, yes, he's now kind of awkwardly, disappeared behind the gem as, Torden's more interested in what's in this crate. And, hello, Tor. How are you doing? That was a question. This is coming from
Or
your...
distracted by an orc.
Now those 2 dice rolls, 18s. Ready? Ready for this? Sparks? Close to your casting. The goblin got a 15. And now, this is it. Just before you're about to cast and win the bet. Yep. That didn't even show up, but it showed up in my challenge. It was a 3. I dropped a 3, so...
So close.
Alright, so now the goblin's like, and then just about because you got that about a foot away from the goblin, there's a glow from the magic of the key.
Sparks walks over and picks up the key.
Dun dun dun! You now have the key.
Puts it in my bag of holding.
No problem. The brass key suddenly goes to a cast iron look when you touch it.
Interesting.
It still seems to retain its magic. In fact, it looks like some magic was invoked when you touched the key.
Does my detect magic tell me what kind of spell?
It'd be. I'd have to look it up.
No,
it is
that's
based.
Identify.
That's identify. Oh yeah.
Um,
No, detect magic does start identifying the spheres of influence. The more you the more
Only
time
in
you spend.
school.
Only the school,
Only the
yeah.
school.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of remember the school, but it's the same school for protections and alarms and I think it's abjuration. I think I got to get my schools back down. If you look up the alarm spell, it'd be the same school that the alarm spell's in.
Is abjuration.
Abjuration? Yeah, it was on my money for that one. So
I just happen to have that.
no, that's why I used that one as the example to look for. But so abjuration is part of what's on that, is the main aura.
okay. I'm gonna put it in my bag of holding
Yep.
and start heading back.
Alrighty.
Where is everybody?
What are you really bad at? Just continue doing it until you pop back to us, or we'll send the car to you. No.
Yeah, because I can't really just like pop back to the.
And
no,
let me
we
just.
don't have that.
Well,
No,
let's see.
unfortunately.
I could try to sneak.
Or talk to people.
Yeah, charisma thing.
Walking down the street. Hello. 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 Poof.
So, meanwhile, we took to so Sparks. If you communicate, then we could try and send a carriage down to you, if you want.
Well, I imagine that we're getting the carriage coming to us, and we're gonna pick up Sparks along the way.
Oh! Are you? I can't.
No,
He can't talk to you.
Sparks can just fly.
Oh yeah, you can just Sparks can do the Mary Poppins. I've got the key. I'm fucking Mary Poppins. Sorry. Okay.
I got my wing boots.
All right, so you could Mary Poppins out of there. The quickest way out of this scummy one is straight up. Yep. All right. So that you start flying up. I forgot. Yeah, you got your way out of this. So you guys need a carriage too. So do you guys want the carriage sent back to you guys for the two of you for a pickup, or are you just going to make your way back up yourselves?
How do you make your way back?
Might as well.
All right. As you guys are starting to make your way back up, you notice one of them. It's the little longboats, the boats that you have on the side of a ship. What are those called? The small little the rowboats, effectively. You know the rowboats that. The same thing you saw before. It's one of those like small little longboats that's got a bunch of the watch on it, and you also notice it's also got some of the knights that are the special knights of Sharn in that vehicle as it's now heading down to the Cutthroat, the area of the Cutthroat. It's still above you guys, but it's heading down into that area.
I'm shocked.
I know. It's like you. Pardon? Say what?
I'm so shocked.
Oh, okay. I think you said. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so big shock. Yeah, I don't know why I leaned in. I've got headphones on. How's leaning in going to make? I can hear you better, Rabbit. Thank you. Good.
That's
You're
obviously
welcome.
how it works.
I'm glad that you leaning forward helps me hear me.
That's good. That is good. Woo! Just like in video games, I got to jump over this rope. There we go. All right. Oh, almost hit me. Ha ha ha! Missed. Oh yeah. What's around that corner? Yes. All right. So you guys are now heading your way back up. So, and on the fun time is, at this point, you see that the box is now available. Vid, would you like to open it? Torden's kind of watching you. He's like, okay, so this box is what she had. He's now starting to get his brains just going off in different directions right now as the box is opened up. And no, you can't have a dagger. This has to go back to the police precinct. It's been signed for, and he holds up the piece of paper. By proxy. That's what, if ever asked, that's what had just happened. By proxy. It was signed.
I can't have a dagger.
No, that's theft.
What if I put a scimitar in its place?
I'm sorry, I'm having moments. Two Guardians of the Galaxy. No, that's still theft. But what happens if I want it more than the other person does?
putting a scimitar there makes it
Vexes me. I
trading.
followed his spinal column.
That is the worst crime.
If I put a scimitar in there, it's trading.
So, no. That's how we got... No! He's calculating and he's taking your words and thinking possibilities and different angles. Well, it could... No! You know what I mean? You can see you got the gears working up there for a few seconds. Well, no! When I return it, I then can ask them if we could then purchase said items after the fact. But technically, it's still an investigation. But once it's not needed, maybe we could look at helping the watch fund out by purchasing such items from them at probably a good discount.
So how long is that gonna be?
I don't know. Well, what snapped to my head first was 12 to 86 hours. But there's other variables at play. So in here we have... Oh, hold on a second. At this point, he goes to a little pocket here. You know those little opera glasses that you snap and toot, little things? Boop. Kind of puts his little glasses on. Ooh. So, have you gone any further? Have we looked inside of this bag, I take it?
We haven't looked inside of it yet, but we do suspect that there's some secret compartments.
Yes, it does seem to be some sort of a holding. The magic here, it looks like some sort of haversack of holding or something like that. Holy crap, is that what those things are called? A haversack? The thing I've been trying to describe this entire...
Hayward's handy haversack.
But I'm just saying, the thing that I couldn't find the word for. Wait, is that actually called a haversack? It just popped in my head. So there.
I thought you were talking about the quiver of Alona.
No, it's beside the quiver.
You said it was well with bows.
I'm the one with the quiver, and I wear it on my front.
Yeah, he wears it for like a fanny pack. That should be pointed out as one of your big descriptors. He's got it on backwards, but it works for him. The fanny pack of Alona.
I don't pull so many arrows out as I do my
weapons. He's got his golf bag of weapons. Oh, there we go. So, that being said, alright, he cautiously starts looking through there, and you see that he doesn't touch the sack. You just see this little spectral hand come and starts doing some of the latches, and the spectral hand's now kind of playing slowly, but just kind of opening some stuff. One of the containers seems to contain some vials of some sort of liquid that he ascertains could have magical qualities to it, but not enough to radiate magic. But there seems to be a lot of different liquids in this pouch for some reason. Some of them are in clear vials without corks. What? Want them? Okay, I got it.
I said poison.
Oh, poisons. Okay, so yeah. So there's all this kind of stuff in here, and he's just looking, and oh, this is quite interesting. This person also seems to be a collector of sorts. At this point, he pulls out another one of the little tubes, and it seems to have some sort of tip of a claw. And then he takes another, and there's some tufts of hair, and another one, and then there's another one that seems to have spit or some sort of like goopy liquid kind of in it. It's spit, everyone. It couldn't be any other type of goopy liquid. And also there is like, some that's got some sort of like lizard scales, or a few scales are being kept, and all these other little weird trinkets are going on there in that too. That's in this one pouch of stuff. And these others. And he continues looking through some of the pouches, kind of, again, using Mage Hand to go through. There's a lot of notes. There's a small book, which might contain great bits of information.
I definitely want to look in the book.
And then there's another book, and he just stops. And he backs away. The one tome...
I really want to look in that book.
The one tome is a leather-bound tome, and on the cover is embossed some sort of squid-like head with 4 tentacles curling around and making the shape on the book.
Hydra.
Only 2 sets. There's 4 of them coming. Thank you,
Now
Puma.
upset the Dark Lord Cthulhu.
Okay, no, you've just ruined Cthulhu, but thank you for ruling it. Give yourself a freaking inspiration that will last for next time you play this game, because the game's coming to an end now. You have a carryover inspiration. There you go. All right. But it looks like it has some sort of creature of the Dark Kyber, like one of the demons that are banished from this world and all that kind of stuff. The old evil gods is on this one tome. We may not wish to touch that until it's fully analyzed. Spark? Oh, is Bark's still away, right?
Bark's not here yet.
Is he away, or is he on his way?
He's on his way here.
What'd you find? Comes from Gorax, behind you guys, who's standing with a scroll case, like one of them long scroll cases. He's just holding it in front, so he's like naked, except for a giant scroll case. He's just holding, and it's just hanging down the middle. Trying to act as if everything's cool.
We're looking at some books.
Go back to your room.
Go back to your room. Go play with your scroll.
Okay. So he just kind of pauses and walks away as you kind of see some sort of little leather chain hanging out his butt with a few little balls hanging on it as he kind of walks away. And we'll leave you with that image, guys, for tonight. The Croc, and because Croc, Sparks, and Nadia took more of a direct route. Oh, Nadia doesn't really have. Nadia and Croc, you guys don't have the much. Sparks, you had a chance of a random encounter of people taking you for that nice big gun on your back, but because you just took the Mary Poppins route, you avoided the chance of that encounter happening because you were in a bad part of town.
I thought he put it in his bag of holding.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't carrying it. I was had it in my bag of holding.
But then again, you are a warforged with like might be money. You could be mugged because you kind of probably stuck out and wouldn't. The other two guys, they are the one with the shadows, right? But you are the one with the polished metal. Ding! Not as bad as Gorax.
One with the shadows. We are
We are the shadows. But since you did the Mary Poppins, there was no.
It's a lot faster to go straight up.
And safer, really, unless there's somebody coming down at equal speed and you just happen to have that. Oh, what happened? Mid-air collision.
Yeah,
but anyways,
metal for that.
That being said, we are probably going to have an official rest period for next round, whereas the other one was a cheap little gimmick rest period. But we have the key. We have some books and literature, and we might have a clue for the elf of the unknown shadow house. I mean, just because the elf had a shadow mark, maybe they aren't actually part of the house. But there's also some books here, and most of the literature at a quick glance does not even have any of the sigils of the two elven houses of the dragon mark. So
I still read all of the literature and record it in my thingy.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to what's going on with we're kind of leaving it as the literature's there, but it's a late night, and he suggests we're going to keep this safe. Everyone get a good night's rest, and we'll go over it tomorrow, figure out everything, because it's like 1 a.m. for him right now, and he would like to get back to sleep. And he can put this in a safe little vault in university, because, the type of safe vault that's got a dragon guarding it with a three-headed dog and a whole bunch of golden wards around it, but your average four-man adventurer group will figure a way past it anyways, right? But, no. He's going to just lock the stuff away, so he'll be ready for next game. We'll go into figuring out what the parts are, the key, and what the hell is going on. Bonus points to anyone that can figure out what's going on with this convoluted plot. Ding! All right, guys. Again, thank you for watching. We have had the Eberron is going to be more of an episodial game with different story parts and possibly looking at controlling these gems as the side plot, which I think Croc, after today's rolls. Yeah, I'm going to rethink the veto rules because, yeah, it is funny, but, I mean...
Quack, quack.
Pardon? Quack, quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
But other than that, guys...
I thought it was a raven. Wouldn't that be more caca?
All right.
Still stuck on Dark Queen Great.
All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. We have had Renset playing Croc, our Kobold Warlock Rogue. We've had Nadia, is the new name now, played by Vit Rabbit, which will be checked next game. Our Rogue, one with the shadows, who has also a dragon-marked elf of no house, so it's not that odd to have these things. And then we have Vid, our changeling bard, which stuck to one personality mostly today. This episode.
I juggled between human and I started as Nadia and was Toradin for a little bit. We just didn't get into any of my
personalities.
Or personalities.
And then we have Tor, our shifter that may someday shift. Our Ranger Gloomstalker. And we have Sparks, our Artificer Warforge. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. And for my Saturday game, it's still in the air, but I think either we're going to have the last 3 episodes of the first book as reruns, or we might be able to go, depending on how, because Sheila Bobby has been away for a bit, and I kind of need the 4-man group to get that done. There is now going to also be the option, depending how it goes, for Eberron to also fill the spot on a Saturday if we're unable to get that 4-man team together, or 4-person team, because there's both men and women on that team. But you know what I mean, like. So other than that, whatever Wednesday is tomorrow, which I'll be playing whatever, and Friday is Fallout Friday. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you guys soon.
Bye.